Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Captain Quasar, and welcome back to another live stream. Sorry, I was just sitting here for a second. I was trying to make sure all of my stuff was working properly, and I swear Task Manager just crashed. Come on now. I just have too many windows open. This always happens at the beginning of streams. I have like so many Instagram windows, Reddit windows, all that type of stuff. My hair looks crazy, but we're here, and that's what matters. Thank you all so much for stopping in. We do this all the time. I wasn't here yesterday though, so I'm sorry. But we're back today. No gaming stream for today. We're going to be doing a normal stream talking about normal things. We have some Instagram posts as always and some Reddit posts to look over. And then quickly we're going to touch on the Afroman stuff before looking at this new video by Internet Versus called Internet versus Anisa's racist impression. Because we talked about the Anisa impression a little bit, but I haven't seen too many of the other opinions that have been coming out from other people, so should be interesting to look at. But we can get started, get into it. Oh, I actually have a poll ready for today, a fun poll. You know, I keep getting mustache hairs in my mouth. It's kind of making me mad. Do I need to trim? Perhaps. My God. I got it. But this is the poll. Which animal would you claim as your steed? And a steed, for those who don't know, is like a mount, an animal that you can ride, that can carry you. So which animal would you claim as your steed? A warhorse, a lion, an elephant, or a giant tortoise? And again, this is your steed, so they will listen to you. You will be able to tame them in that regard. So a warhorse, a lion, an elephant, or a giant tortoise. See, I thought about putting giraffe, but I tried to put it in like a way where it's like these animals aren't necessarily battling and have like different utilities for different things. Like the tortoise, the giant tortoise is going to live forever. Well, at least it's going to outlive you. The elephant is going to be able to carry a lot, so you can use it for like packing and stuff, like, you know, carrying things. The lion is strong and aggressive. You could use it to go hunting or whatever. I don't know. Think about that one as just like the attack, the ability to be the aggressor. And then the warhorse has the speed, and not just speed, because I think lions actually run faster than horses, but the horse has the ability to go for longer distances than the lion, I would presume. Lion, 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 time to roar. But which animal would you claim as your steed? Warhorse, lion, elephant, or giant tortoise? Putting that up now. Elephants are awesome. And if you have an elephant, they'll never forget you. Team seahorse? Fuck a warhorse. I want to ride a seahorse. But yes, let's get started with some Instagram posts that I have. This is Lil Pete Comedy. What do we think of this joke? This is a modern day classic in the making, you're saying. Watch this.
The other night I went to the strip club.
Okay.
The bouncer was like, "How tall are you? 4 feet?" I said, "Nah, 5 feet." 5 feet, and I love hoes.
The part that really gets me is the awkward laughing that then dies out, and then just a few people in the back like that's all they were able to give. They're like, I don't.
The other night I went to the strip club. The bouncer was like, "How tall are you? 4 feet?" I said, "Nah, 5 feet." 5 feet, and I love hoes.
My God. I need to see some more of Lil Pete Comedy.
I'm 41 years old. I'm not married. No kids, no family.
Yeah, hashtag heal America. This is how it's going to be done.
41 years old.
How giant is the tortoise? You know, that's a good question. I'm going to leave that up to you. Smaller than the elephant. I would say it can be as big as the largest giant turtle to ever live. Let's go with that. Not turtle, a tortoise specifically. Because I do think turtles in the sea get fucking huge. Like, turtles in the ocean can be massive.
I'm not married, no kids, no family. And I don't give a fuck about any of that shit. I want to make more Lil Pete videos and go to strip clubs. That's my passion.
Lil Pete's just going up here to vent. He actually doesn't have any comedy routine like prepared. He's just going up there and thinking, what can I say? What's been going on in the week? I want to see turtle. I almost put turtle, but then I realized that that limits you to the ocean. So we have to keep them as land animals. Sorry. So he's 41, 5 feet tall. We're learning so much about him.
Do we have anybody in the audience around 6 feet tall? Don't
Me.
Don't be shy. Raise your hand, man. All right, I got a good one for you. If somebody was to offer you $3 million, but you got to be my height for the rest of your life, would you take it? Don't do it, cuz. Because I'm telling you, that money will be long gone, and you'll still be my height. You can't even spend that money. Otherwise, you're going to wind up short and broke. And then you ain't getting no pussy. All right, what about $30 million? $30 million.
Okay, that was a little bit better. I understand what he's trying to do with the joke. The idea is they would say no, maybe, like they would start by going like, no, I wouldn't take the 3 million to be a foot shorter, and then you go, okay, what about 30 million? That's like see the joke. I'm working this joke for him. Let's rework it. The joke should be you trying to buy his height. So like you're trying to be like, would you take $3 million to switch heights with me? You gotta like phrase it like that. That way when he says no, you can be like, okay, what about 30 million? Okay, 300 million, the final offer. Just something like that. But I'm telling you, he's just up here venting. This isn't a joke.
You can bang any bitch in here. You give me $30 million, I'm rolling up in a Bentley. I'm hopping out like bling bling. Yo, I'm kicking it to all these chicken heads, man.
It's interesting he said bling bling, because do you think he's literally popping out like bling bling boy? Oh my god. Oh, my internet's actually, my computer's cooked. I should coach him? I think I got it. I should go do a stand-up set and show how bad I am, and then post that online. Let's go. He is the next bling bling boy. Yo. Everything's lagging like crazy right now. I'm still coming through fine. Whoa, my dedicated wham. No. Oh, this one was pretty crazy. This is from the Wildin Boys. They are wildin', I will say. Why do I have a feeling this guy is racist? Bling Bling Boy? Perhaps. Lil Tony, or what's his name? Lil Pete? Never. Lil Pete's probably racist, actually, if I had to make a guess. Completely blind guess, though. I don't know. Maybe because you have 20 tabs open, bro. Maybe that's just on this window, too. You should see this other window. Yikes. But here, let's get through them so we can close some of these out. I think you'd be good at stand-up. Do some silly voices. I just get up there and I go, give me a voice. Give me an impression to do. Then they say one and I'm like, nah, give me another one. Do Abraham Lincoln. What? What does that even mean? But here are the Wildin Boys.
All right, Austin's suiting up. About to go in the hamster bowl.
Oh, I forgot there was Miley Cyrus playing. No! Come on, play the video. Stop lagging on me. There we go. You know, it's funny. You can do so much in a church parking lot. You really can. You can have so much fun just doing illegal stuff in the church parking lot. And I'd say 8 times out of 10, they're not going to do anything. They don't care. As long as you're not doing it when they have some kind of service going on, it's pretty chill. And I will say that specifically for the Mormon churches. The Mormon churches seem to be a little bit cooler with you going there and skating and smoking weed on their property. You just don't let them see you smoking weed. You only let them see you do the skating. But like we'd go to this, we had this Mormon church that we used to go skate at, and they just had these like perfect like walkways that worked as like good mani pads and stuff. So we'd go do manuals, go skater vibes. But I think that if we would have thought of this, we probably would have done this too. I've gotten to second base in a church parking lot before. See, I feel like that's probably pretty common as well. I'm surprised he didn't hit his head. He's really lucky. Because I feel like this could have easily, like, his arms could have gone outside of the, like, thing and then gotten, like, crushed. Because he's not really, like, locked in there very well. He's using this piece of wood to kind of hold him still. And then his legs is, and then holding the bar. I don't know if you're going to be able to stop the force of a car, though, so. As soon as that thing gets you whipping around, you're good. I can't wait to see the next iteration of this. I wonder, have they already started? They might have. Come on, Instagram, load up. You can do it. I believe in you, browser. What's even funnier is if my computer's running slow, is the stream still coming through normally? Because that would be even funnier. Crashing a boat. Bro, I have an idea. The idea. One time me and my friends were just out late at night and we were just going through, I think I've told this before. I lived in like an undeveloped kind of area. So there were a lot of like homes under construction. So we used to just go like mess around in homes that were being built. You know, just having fun teenage stuff. And one time I remember we were in one of these neighborhoods and we saw a truck like with a couple different people and we were like wondering what they were doing. And then we saw them unload a couch out of the truck onto the side, like onto the street. They wrapped up the couch, like hooked it to the back of the truck, and then started launching themselves, like started just going around the different streets, like going around the turns and stuff. They weren't going too fast as to not kill their friends, but I imagine it felt crazier than it looked. And this is just wild because, yeah, you're... the beauty of being young. It's coming through normally that I can tell. Yes! Yes! My computer hasn't done me wrong yet. So this is Alpha Omega Thecking. Oh, the King. Sorry. He should have put another period there. Alpha Omega the King.
If you people can't understand the basic dynamics of an electrical circuit, you're not going to heaven.
I thought it was going to be for the countless other reasons, but it was all because of the outlet. What am I going to do now? Thank you, Alpha Omega the King. Don't move to Arizona. You can't have shit in Arizona. They took my fucking seats. They took his seats.
Dude, I parked up on 27th and Indian School. I was there for literally 3 minutes.
I mean, that was your problem. Parking on Indian School. Anybody that knows Arizona, they knew that was the problem from the start.
They took my fucking seats, bruh. What the fuck? They took my fucking seats, bruh.
God damn it, I did play music again. Stop putting music halfway through the videos. Makes it so much harder for me. My dad is a retired electrical engineer. I guess he is God. You should ask him for, be like, hey, can you give me a pointer or two? I'm trying to make it. I'm trying to do my recompense. You know, I do think that both of these things are very Arizona, though. Getting your seats stolen out of your car, but then still driving the car home. Because what the fuck do you think I'm going to do? You think I'm going to just leave it here? They're going to take everything else. One time my friend left his car. Again, anybody that's from Arizona will understand this, but there's the college town. Phoenix is seen as a college town, but the college town itself is Tempe. That's where the ASU campus is. And Tempe has basically a strip called Mill Avenue. And Mill Avenue has a bunch of clubs. It's a big party scene. My friend, and it also has a lot of homeless people and, different vagrants that go around. One time I fought a drunk homeless person on Mill Ave. It happens to the best of us. But one time my friend left his car. I think his car broke down and he had to leave it at like a Taco Bell. Like he literally left it in the parking lot of a business and it didn't get towed. They stole all of his wheels. They stole every single one of his wheels and just left it there. And that was the first time I think you hear about that and you think it's like a joke. You think that's something that only happens in cartoons or in TV where it's like your shit gets left on cinder blocks. But that quite literally is what happened. And I guess it's like it wouldn't happen on TV if it wasn't based on something in reality. So, it's crazy. Why did you fight them? Because he tried to fight me first. It's not my fault. He was fighting some other drunk dude that was trying to help him out. Some guy was like, "Oh, I'm going to take you to the bar. You're a homeless guy. Let me help you have a good night." Was not a smart idea. And then he was fighting that dude. And we were kind of watching being like, okay, don't stop trying to fight. And then he goes, "Oh, there's all you against me. 1, 2. And then he looks at the drunk guy that he was fighting at first. And he says 3. And then he punches that dude. And that dude fell on the ground. And then he turns to me like he's going to hit me. And I said, no. And then we fought for a bit, and I got lucky that there were no police that saw, because I totally would have gotten arrested. But I started walking away, and my friends are like standing there talking to people, and I'm like, "Guys, let's go." I walk up, and there's like a group of guys talking to my friend, and I'm like, "Bro, let's go." And then the guy that was talking to my friend goes, whoa, man, beat the fuck out of him. I don't care. And I was just like, chill, bro. I didn't even like beat him up. I just hit him a couple times, and he was drunk, so it ended pretty quickly. I think I told that story before. It was when I was on LSD on Mill Avenue. So it was a fair fight. He was drunk, I was on acid. So it's like, it kind of equals itself out in that way. I remember too, we crossed the street because I was basically like, we need to get out of this general area because the cops are going to pull up and ask what happened. So we crossed the street, and I remember watching from across the street, seeing people going up and basically talking shit to the guy because he was starting problems with people. And I guess he had probably been starting problems with people up to that point, and something finally happened to him. It was kind of a crazy night for sure. My mom's cousin is a teacher in Phoenix. No wonder the schools have metal detectors. Yeah, it's pretty bad. How many times we watched this video whilst Cap shares his crazy ass stories? Hey, it happens. What about this story? My local police station hates when I post. I really don't know what to put here. Okay, he doesn't know what to put for a caption. He's making a device. I won't say what kind of device, but it's a device. Well, the reason that I had that car video playing so many times is because I was showing you what Arizona looks like so that you can understand that my stories are true. But here we go. This is a device.
So this is the open source homing drone launcher.
Open source homing drone launcher. It launches drones? Interesting.
I'm trying to build. And what's the biggest problem with building something like this here in Germany? It's navigating the jungle of laws. All that law slop that is enforced to maintain social order. Okay, look, the biggest problem I have is not having that thing classified as a weapon in Germany. So, usually you would take the rocket, put it into a
I thought it was a drone.
tube and fire it out of the tube. I cannot do that because after German law, that is a weapon. So, wait, I navigate my ThinkPad two-handed. So, what I now have to do is make a box that have like support railings that guide the missile outside of the box.
Okay.
So it's not classified as a barrel.
This is so funny to me because it's literally just, he's like, what are the workarounds? What are the workarounds to create weapons at home? This comment, news updates for real, just said Jesus.
So it's not classified as a gun, and so I'm able to build it and not get visited by the police. So this is the open source.
Okay, I think you'll still get visited by the police, but I don't think, you might not get it confiscated. You might still get it confiscated, honestly. But hey, it's open source, so that means you can just make a new one, right? Sounds pretty awesome. And now I guess I'll talk about this here before we get into the other stuff. That makes more sense. So yeah, let's talk about the Afroman stuff here. So Afroman, I thought he dropped this like more recently, but he dropped this 4 days ago. We'll get into what more recently means. But this was a new video that Afroman dropped for a song called Batterum Hymn. Batterum Hymn of the Police. Oh my God, I have the hiccups right now. I need to, here's my tip for hiccups. If you have the hiccups, just stop. Just stop. Force your body to stop. Some people think, oh, just stop thinking about it. No, stop. No, literally go. Until your body forces you to stop hiccuping. Battering him of a police whistleblower. Watch it. Tell me what you think. What's your favorite part on YouTube now? Link in bio.
And I seen the corruption of the Adam County cops stealing money.
Do the cup thing, paper towel. I don't have hiccups anymore. Look at me. It's mind over body. I hold my breath sometimes and that works. Well, I actually learned this from my teacher, and that's what kind of helped me realize these different methods for doing it internally. My teacher explained to me when I was in like 7th grade, I think, that it's just a muscle spasm in the back of your throat. So what you're trying to do is relax that muscle spasm. And his method was tilt your head back fully and then take a drink of water, because then it like utilizes the muscles in the back or something. It was something like that. And honestly, that had worked a few times when I had tried it. But when I do that, sometimes it low-key hurts my throat for some reason. Like it feels like I'm extending it too much while swallowing or something. I don't know. And so like the swallowing process is stretching it. I really don't know what that is. But what I realized is since it's just a muscle spasm, all I have to do is just focus on like constricting or contracting or whatever the muscles within my throat. And then that helps. But sorry, hiccup talk is over. 3 sips of beer is the cure. The cure for depression and for the hiccups. But this is Battering Him of the Police Whistleblower. Watch and tell me what you think.
And he's stealing cake when they make they traffic stops. First they screw you, then they sue you. Play games and dismiss your claims. The proof's on the internet. Afroman will bring it to ya. Afroman is gonna do ya. Afroman is gonna screw ya. My proof's on the internet.
Please don't get this video taken down. Please don't get this video claimed Afroman. Afroman, this is all about free speech. I am using my free speech to talk about and promote your stuff. I'm just a small creator. Come on, Afroman. But basically, for those who don't know, we talked about this on my last music stream, but Afroman has been being sued for defamation of the police officers that that did a raid on his home. And there has been some good news that came from this, as a verdict has been reached. But I guess first I want to show just a few clips from the trial itself. So he testified in court yesterday, I believe, and that was the end of the trial. The victims testified, I believe, the day prior. But here, actually, I'll give this part first. I had to pull this from Charlie Penguin Zero, Moist Critical. I had to pull from his video because I couldn't find I just, for some reason, couldn't find this exact moment. It was taking me too long, and I was like, I'll just pull it from here. But I also found it was funny. Whoever edited this video for Charlie left in all the part where they were like skimming through the video. So I'm going to show that too.
Claiming that is the defamation with your wife.
Mr. Walter.
You're solely being...
Like, you could have cut all of that out, whoever was editing this video, but they just forgot to trim the clip.
So you're solely being painted in a false light due to Mr. Walters saying he had sex with your wife.
Mr. Walters does have sex with his wife. Mr. Foreman doesn't.
Good catch on that.
Yeah.
So you're claiming that is the defamation statement, is that he said he had sex with your wife.
Yes.
Okay. And that's painted you in a false light.
It's caused tremendous pain in my life.
I'll get to that. We have to go through false light first. So does it paint you in a false light?
Yes, that my wife is cheating on me with Mr. Foreman.
But we all know that's not true, correct?
I don't know.
Fucking plot twist of the century.
I thought that part was crazy, though, that he really said, I don't know. He could have. That's what he's saying. It's caused, he's basically, I can tell that this guy's just basic. He was told by his lawyer that he needs to act in the most distress as possible to be able to claim the damages that he's claiming. Because if he's just angry or upset about it, that's not the same as it having impacted his life negatively. And I do find that interesting, as well as this woman cried because she was mocked in Afroman's music video. I'm looking up the MAGA stuff. Does Afroman support Trump? Oh, because he made the song Hunter Got High. And he met Trump. Okay. I mean, the thing is this, right? There's a difference between, like, there are Republicans, there are people that support Trump, and then there are MAGA. And I think that as more stuff has started to happen with this, like, war that's happening right now, I think more people have started to be more against Trump as Republicans and less MAGA. And so it'd be interesting to see what Afroman's opinion is on what's your opinion on the Iran war, Afroman? But again, I do think that asking these type of people for their, like, someone like Afroman, who is quite literally just a comedic rapper for his political opinions, you've already kind of lost the plot a little bit, if I'm being completely honest. Quick, everyone ask your significant other if they're sleeping with Afroman. No, it can't be. And again, this is because he made the song because they raided his home and like held him at gunpoint, basically. I actually don't know if he does. I just saw people saying it and thought it was pretty irrelevant to the story. Yeah. I mean, everything I'm seeing from it is quite literally because Afroman made a song about Hunter Biden. But again, I feel like that just seems like a topical thing that he would have made a song about regardless. Like, I don't see that as a big deal. But yeah, so they played victim in the courtroom. And I think Afroman's statement in this is probably it's all you need to hear, literally this part right here from his testimony. From him testifying, and it's this.
And the more lies, outrageous lies you tell about them, the more money you can make, right?
Fact, they never should have came to my house in the first place. Fact, if they hadn't came to my house, they wouldn't have put themselves on the video camera and in my music career. All of this is their fact. All of this is their fault, and they have the audacity to sue me. These people and you are the predators and the victim at the same time.
So what they did, searching your house, gave you the right to do everything you
Under the circumstance that I got freedom of speech, After they run around my house with guns and kick down my door, I got the right to kick a can in my backyard, use my freedom of speech, turn my bad times into a good time. Yes, I do. And I think I'm a sport for doing so. Because I don't.
Shout out Afroman for that. It is about free speech. That's the thing. And I recently saw this video that pissed me off. I didn't know how bad free speech was in Australia. You can get arrested for cursing. You can get arrested for cursing in public. I thought Australians said crazy stuff all the time. I thought that they were cursing at each other daily. But I saw a video of this kid. This Australian cop runs up and grabs this kid who's like standing there with his friends talking to these other officers. He was an undercover agent, runs up and snatches him. How old are you? You have to be 16 to be riding an electric scooter. The kid was only 13. And the kid just starts getting pissed off and he's like, you fucking ran up on me. He's like, impound the fucking bike then. He's like, I don't give a shit, just impound the bike. And then this lady cop goes, you watch your language or I'll get you arrested for disorderly conduct and obstruction or something. And I was just like, that's fucking insane. You should be allowed to tell the cops, fuck you. You should. Like, that just seems like the most basic thing that you should be able to do. And so I will always stand for free speech in the United States because it's like, yeah, while I think that there are abhorrent things that could be said and there are like people who act abhorrently, there's a difference between the inciting of actions and the mere criticism of things. Because you can have like an abject and a poor reaction to things, and you can speak rudely, but I don't think that, again, that is grounds to arrest somebody. They do say crazy shit, to be honest. Hey, but again, you shouldn't be arrested for it. Like I'm saying, I think there's a difference between someone just saying they're a Nazi, like someone saying they're a Nazi, and actually attempting to commune and cultivate Nazism as like an ideology. Those are two different things, and I think that they should be socially, we should deal with them like appropriately, but criminally they need to be distinguished. Like, I feel obviously. But let's continue with this real quick. Just this last little statement from him.
I don't go to their house, kick down their doors, flip them off on their surveillance cameras, then try to play the victim and sue them.
You were at Lisa Phillips's deposition, correct?
Yes, sir.
In your lawyer's office?
Yes, sir.
Same office where you filmed part of that video last Friday?
Yes, sir.
And you saw how upset she was when she was answering your lawyer's questions about how this had affected her, right?
Yes, yes.
And you saw your attorney say, do we need to take a break?
Yes.
And you saw her say, no, let's go on and get this over with.
Yes, sir.
You saw all that?
Yes.
Okay, well, it doesn't sound like it was too big of an emotional hit for her if she didn't even need to take a break.
You knew she was upset.
Okay, she was upset.
Just like she knew I was upset when she was standing in front of my kids with an AR-15 with her hand around the trigger ready to shoot me. Just like she knew I was upset when she cut my cameras. But I'm not a person, she is. So I'm sorry for being a victim. Let's talk about the predators.
Okay. So you saw all that. You saw how upset she was. You heard the testimony about her children. You heard the testimony at the depositions about Randy Newland's daughter who came home upset. You heard all that.
The difference of my kids are coming home upset because they're getting bullied because I was a shitty police officer versus my kids are traumatized because our house was raided unlawfully.
That, but you're still
honestly, this lawyer kind of sucks. Whoever the victims got to be their lawyer isn't very good at this.
Posting stuff about
Yeah, because I understand it was Randy's fault and all of their fault for coming in my house in the first place. So if they hadn't came to my house, their children wouldn't be saying nothing. None of this would be going home if they did their research and did things right. So all of this is their fault. And now they want to sue me for their mistake.
there anything that could change your mind about what you're doing to these deputies?
I love Afroman's reaction to that. Is there anything that could change your mind? What?
Is there anything that could change your mind about what you're doing?
He really said,
doing to these deputies?
Is there anything that can change my mind about the fact that they shouldn't have been at my house in the first place? Is there anything that can change my mind about how my money shouldn't have been touched in the first place? No.
That's all the questions I have. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm sorry, Mr. Osborne.
yeah, but here's this.
Outside this Adams County courthouse, the sound of victory. After jury sided with the musician Afroman, whose real name is Joseph Foreman, after a days-long civil defamation trial. Afroman speaking to WCPO right after the verdict.
I didn't win. America won. America still has freedom of speech. It's still for the people, by the people.
The jury finds in favor of the defendant.
7 Adams County Sheriff's deputies.
I'm just wondering, did they think that this was going to be like a layup? Like, what made them think that this was going to be such an easy win? Like, I feel like it's pretty obvious that Afroman was in the right here. Like, again, he is just using his freedom of speech with footage that was taken on his private video cameras in his own home. Now, you can create the argument about, like, oh, people being recorded without their knowledge. They entered his home, I think unlawfully, from what I understand. Or I guess it's not unlawful. They were responding to a raid or something. They thought he had drugs. They thought he had drugs or something. I would vote for Afroman. I don't know if I'd vote for him. It's like a Kanye thing. It's like, you can think he's cool for a minute, but just wait until he starts saying some crazy shit. I don't know. Let's not forget when Afroman punched that woman. Now, here's the thing. Do I think Afroman would have been in the right had he merely shoved this woman off the stage? Probably. But this woman decided to get up on stage and start dancing on Afroman, and he hard. Oh my god. Terrible stuff. So, Afroman isn't a saint. Let's not turn him into one. Yeah, it was a warrant for kidnapping. Wasn't there drug stuff involved too, though? What was it? It was... Yeah, part of a drug and kidnapping investigation. That's what it was. Okay. Honestly, Trump's done way worse. To be fair. Oh, Afroman was technically essayed by the woman who jumped on stage. Yeah, I guess that's true too. In some regard. Her grinding on him and stuff. But again, it's like, I feel like a shove off stage I probably would have been cool with, but he just straight full, like, almost 180 clocks her hard. So it's like, I get it's one of those things where it's like, it's bad, but how bad really is it? Definitely not a good thing. But what do we think of this? Am I overreacting for thinking my friend is using ChatGPT to text me in an argument? So let's just read this through. I'm going to read it verbatim so you can hear how this sounds. So I'm going to say gray and blue. That's how you know who's sending what. So gray. Are you able to text right now? Blue. Yeah, what's up? Gray. Like actually talk, not just surface level stuff. Blue. Yes. Gray. Okay, good. M dash. I'm going to keep saying the M dashes because there's so many. Okay, good. M dash. Because I've been sitting with this for a couple days and it's starting to feel impossible to ignore. I don't want to come at you aggressively or anything, M dash. I'm genuinely trying to understand what's going on, M dash. But the dynamic between us has shifted noticeably lately and I need clarity. You've been spending way more time with redacted. I get it. Or redacted M dash. I get it. New people are exciting M dash. But the way you prioritize responding to her, the inside jokes, popping up in your stories, the way you're suddenly busy when I try to hang out, but magically free when she's around, it's not subtle. And before you say, I'm just being nice to everyone, let's skip that part for once. M dash. Because we both know the emotional bandwidth you're giving isn't distributed equally anymore. I'm not accusing you of cheating or whatever dramatic thing, M dash. I'm saying I feel like I've been quietly downgraded from best friend to background character in your life, while someone new gets the main character energy. Can we talk about this honestly? Or is this the point where you're going to deflect again and tell me I'm overthinking? Blue. I don't know. I hear you saying a lot about how I'm acting different, but I don't really see it that way. I'm still the same with you as I've always been. If it feels off to you, maybe that's more about where you're at right now than anything I'm doing. I'm not trying to downgrade anyone, just living life and talking to people who are around. We're good though, right? Okay, gray. Okay, M dash. Classic deflection. You flipped it on me and minimized everything I said, and now you're acting like I'm the one projecting. I laid out specific examples and you just blanket denied them. You did, okay, it's so clearly ChatGPT, and you just blanket deny them. That tells me everything I need to know. If this is how you handle honesty, M dash, by gaslighting and playing dumb, M dash, then yeah. We're clearly not on the same page anymore. I'm not chasing someone who's already checked out emotionally. Take care, I guess. Blue. Wait a second, I just realized you've been using words like cheating like we're in a relationship. Combined with all those M dashes, I think you're using ChatGPT to text for you. Okay, and then look at the differences in the texting. So all of these M dashes, commas, I think there was a semicolon used at some point. Semicolons, commas, proper punctuation, hyphens, M dashes. And then this response, no proper capitalization. Okay, fine, I said cheating once, but that was just a bad word choice, LOL. I meant emotionally cheating on our friendship, not like actual relationship stuff. Chill. I'm not using ChatGPT. What the fuck? That's so random. Why would I even need that? Why would I even need... wait. Why would I even need that to talk to my best friend? I just type fast and think about what I'm saying. And think about what I'm saying. That's all you're reaching so hard right now. This is so written so different. It's so funny. If you want to turn this around on me instead of admitting you've been switching up, then whatever. I'm over it for real. Blue, get the fuck out. This is gonna sound like invalidation, but you seriously need to get out. You seriously need to get out of your head about all of this. Final answer. I have nothing to say and I feel no different towards you. LOL. I'm in my head okay. Keep telling yourself that. Not even trying to be toxic right now, but you're getting me there. This friend seems extremely toxic. ChatGPT is like my Cortana. Need better voices, Captain. I'm sorry. That's why I just did the gray and blue. I was considering just doing a robot voice for the ChatGPT, but I thought that would be too much on me. What do we think about this, though? I think that they definitely were using ChatGPT, and I think if somebody is using ChatGPT to respond to you or using any type of AI software to respond to you, it's like you need to remind them that they are not engaging with with the conversation at all, and they are just deflecting. And I think they did a good job at that, just going like, I feel like you're using ChatGPT, and this person went, oh, you're just trying to flip it on me. Oh, you don't know, you're just lying. Why would I even do that? And I saw some people saying, Oh, I use M dashes all the time. I actually use M dashes pretty regularly. I feel like they're not that common in texts, and this person definitely doesn't use M dashes with how they type normally. And they said, I've known her for 2 years and our friendship has never left school, grade 12. You can't tell me that this isn't AI written in those long texts. I knew immediately in my gut, but I was busy and didn't read it fully until a few hours later. Not even saying you have to read the full convo. I just want confirmation that it's AI, and it was fair to not engage with her BS. You should have next time. Next time I'll read some more. I'll do a robot voice. Yeah, ChatGPT or not, coming into a conversation and immediately being accusatory is so unhelpful. And especially when they're doing it in such a vague way, because they're like, I gave you specific examples. They said that they're just spending more time with this person, and that's like a perceptive thing that has nothing to do with like the actual like reality of the situation, because you don't know when they're hanging out in private, when they're alone, you don't know those like little intricacies to be able to dissect whether or not they're ignoring you as opposed to this other person. You can say that you feel like you are being ignored, like, oh, I sent you that would be a more direct thing. Hey, I've been sending you these texts, I've been asking to hang out, and I feel like you're not wanting to hang out. Is there any time we can schedule out in the near future to hang out? Like something like that would be much more grounded, but this is very much like just head in the air, head in the digital cloud, you know what I mean? I use M dashes all the time at work. I hope people don't think I'm using AI because I take pride in being able to still type an email, LMAO. Well, that's what I mean. I think in like a professional work setting, it makes more sense. I think in a professional work setting, it makes more sense. But again, it's like the context of it. If you've always used M dashes and it's just like they can look through your emails and see that that's what you've been doing, I think that is going to be pretty obvious, as opposed to this person who's like just putting like just a complete switch up with no capitalization, no punctuation, like nothing. But I get what you're saying, because I do get it that it's like it's more professional. And I think the other thing is M dashes are harder to do over text because you have to do like the extra step of holding on the hyphen and then doing that. Like I feel like most of these M dashes could have been substituted for like a comma or something, like in just like common, just talking back and forth, like over text. Maybe I'm just a boomer, but also, why wouldn't you have an actual phone call if you need to talk that kind of thing? If it didn't just come up naturally. Well, here's my thing. I generally like text messages, because the problem with having serious conversations with people over the phone too, like in person it's a little bit better, but over the phone, people a lot of the time like to ignore the things that they've said. They like to ignore like the arguments that are being made, and it's good to be able to like go back and be like, hey, look at this text I sent. You're ignoring this thing I said. You're ignoring this thing I said. You keep changing the subject. Look at this. Like that's more direct, I feel like. It's harder when you're just talking to someone and they go, no, I answered your question, even though they didn't. I haven't spoken to a single one of my friends on the phone in the last 5 years. But that's the thing. I haven't spoken to any of my friends on the phone in the last 5 years, but I do think that something serious like this, yeah, I'd probably want to handle in person or something. I probably wouldn't want to just handle this over text, because it would just, I don't know, it's too much of an emotional thing, right? Like this is quite literally just, you don't feel like your friend is being a good enough friend. You can always just stop being friends with them too and try and make new friends. I got some jokes that can be very hard to understand. It's okay. Spam? Is it spam like the food or like the emails? When I get an AI email, I just say no. I see M dashes, I think it's an AI email immediately. No, I think all my emails are AI or, just automated for sure. It doesn't need to be AI at this point. Yeah, always a paper trail. I only have one tone. It's hard sometimes. See, even if you have one tone, It's like things can be misinterpreted over text, so I get that part too. Like things can be misinterpreted over text, but that's why it's like you want to be as clear and as factual and not talk in these like, because like I'm saying, there's an actual thing to say about I don't feel like I'm getting the friendship that I need in like the, you know, based upon the issues that I may have in my life, the struggles that I have with you know, expression or with connecting or whatever, you know, whatever it may be. I could understand that a little bit more. But yeah, there's levels to this shit. And I don't think just feeling like they're hanging out with other people more, it's like, yeah, you need to kind of get over it a little bit. You are not dating them. They are not cheating on you, even emotionally in your friendship. Like, it's not cheating. They have other friends. They're allowed to. But I wanted to show this as well. Monarchs Rise Up. I design and build exhibit signs for the San Diego Zoo. Come see Butterfly Jungle at the Safari Park if you're in SoCal. Beautiful thing. Beautiful sign. And I'm guessing this is him. Pretty well done. But wanted to just give a little shout out on that. And then this. You've all been talking about this in chat, so I had to make sure it was pulled up.
Okay. Oh, that was.
Oh, perfect. Oh, perfect. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What is that? What is that? What are you doing? What are you doing? Hup, 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 hup.
Does Steed have any implication other than a mount or a fave animal? No, Steed, I'm just using it as like a mount. I just thought that mount, some people might feel that that is a weird, you know, all the porn brains might find that that's a little bit of an odd phrasing. Sorry. But yes, I'm just using it as a steed is just a mount, or your favorite animal could kind of fit in there too. But I don't think everyone's going to choose which animal was their favorite. It's about the utility at the end of the day.
It stays on there all over again.
Okay.
Up. They still haven't added this soundbite of Harley, and I don't think they ever will at this point. It's too far gone, but it will always be my favorite Harley soundbite. Oh no, I don't have my soundbites pulled up. Now I'm gonna need to hit like 20 bonks on myself first. I do this every time. Well, I guess I can show this real quick while this is loading up. Sorry. I actually got a shout out from Guam. Girl with a microphone, Kate, the legend, on After Dark.
I think.
They got to see the senor, the 45, what is he, a 40-year-old senor that is trying to work out. He's trying to create functional exercise. He's the Henry Ford of fitness.
I wonder, does he sell these?
He doesn't.
People brought it up in chat before. I didn't notice that you guys brought it up in chat. People brought it up on the Discord. So I wanted to see, I got a little mini shout out here. Big bonks for me. But also, big bonk for Harley.
Piss on my lips.
You got it.
No links for anything.
So it's just for love of the game. Also, shout out Captain Quasar, who is a H3 Galaxy content creator. We see you. We see you here on the Henry Ford of Fitness. Yeah,
I'm all over Instagram. You can find me all over the place. My brain went steed to stud to horse breeding. No! My attempt to fix the phrasing ended up making it worse for some people. What was I thinking? This is a big shout out though. Big shout out for me. Here, get the cheers out there. This is big though. This is big. It's about a week old, but this is big. The more they show Instagram, the more they'll see my likes just on everything. Oh, I was gonna show this. Someone had brought up on the Reddit an Instagram post that they wanted the H3 show to show. And it was one that I had already liked and showed on stream, and I thought it was funny. I was going to pull that up too, but I forgot to add that to the Reddit posts. If you guys end up seeing that on the Reddit, you'll know which one I'm talking about. Oh, where's the cap crown emoji? I think I only have that one on the Discord. Didn't want to be too presumptuous with my emojis. I'm no king, not yet. One day we will be royalty. One day we will be the real monarch. You drop something in the Discord? Me when I say 5 minutes till pod starts. Here, let me pull this one up. Who remembers, why can't I remember his name? Tebow? Tebow? Tebow. Tebow from iCarly. When my intuition is proven right once again. We'll see, we'll see. If you're a member, you should be able to connect to the Discord. The lowest tier members have a link that they're able to click that gives them some access to the Discord. And then the second tier members, the $5 tier, get access to like the content suggestion channels as well. That's how it should be set up. I think I fixed it last time. But all members should have access to the Discord through connecting your... It's so stupid. Discord sucks in connecting your YouTube account to Discord and then doing that. You need the link. Who's in here right now? How many people are in here? Will the members be mad if I drop the link in for the few members that are here? Link the Discord. Go, go, go. Okay, I'll let you guys decide on that real quick while we listen to this. I'll pull the link up. Should I throw it in? Throw it in chat? I mean, I guess I could always delete it real quick. I'll go dig. I just need to create a new link if I'm doing that. I realized I let this play without any audio.
Wow. That's sick. Okay.
What's funny?
I love the... I can't do it.
So this fucking idiot, I don't know, he was bullshitting.
There, I linked it. I made it
Yo,
easy.
Dave.
Can you guys roll your R's? Arriba! My cat's looking at me now.
What's funny?
I love the... I can't do it.
So this fucking idiot...
I will not join because I did not purchase a membership. You know, Internet Tough Guy, that's probably the toughest thing you've ever done. I wouldn't be Portuguese if I couldn't roll my R's. Fair enough. They just banish you. They literally just exile you from the country. They go, get out of here. They go, no, 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 no. That doesn't work. You get deported. Yeah, they literally just throw you out. I can do it, but not when talking. That's interesting. Like you have to kind of like set up for it. You have to like bring it out of, like you couldn't in the middle of a sentence throw it out there. Makes sense. But this was an interesting thing that came from someone on the Reddit. I'm a Risen fan. I used to be a fan, but fell off. After seeing clips of the podcast on FOMOI, I was shocked with what happened to the Vape Nation guy. So I turned into the pod to see the dumpster fire myself, and ended up seeing how out of context the clips were. And now I tune into every episode for the pod and After Dark. Peace and love, my dudes. Dump them out. Up, 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 up. I can, but I need to mentally prep. Yeah. I've met other people like that. It's a mind-body thing. It's like trying to get rid of your hiccups. You just need to practice. Rehearsal for the roll R's. This was posted by Grape Tickler. Shout out. Go keep on tickling them grapes. A nice little WSJ, those who don't know, the Wall Street Journal, opinion piece dropped today. So this is Democrats are too cozy with Hasan Piker. There's no excuse for failing to call out anti-Semitism on the left. Mr. Piker's depravity doesn't stop there. His misogyny is indistinguishable from that of far-right influencers. He believes America deserved 9/11. He praised the Chinese Communist Party, saying in terms of good governance, there's a lot that we can learn from the way they perform out there. Mr. Piker is anti-American, anti-woman, anti-Western, and anti-Semitic. No Democrat should engage with him. All should seek to push him to the fringe where he belongs. Well, and that's the whole thing, right? Is Hasan should be pushed to the fringe. Hasan should stay in the fringe. But Hasan wants the fringe to become, like, to consume the left. Like, that's the thing, is he wants to oust and ostracize the people who are not as far left as him. And I think that's like where the main problem comes from. And then I don't want to be that guy, but I know this is just going to get pushback from the real anti-Semites because one of the writers was Lily Cohen. And with the last name Cohen, you know that that's always what people are looking for. Anytime an anti-Semitic person reads an article, you know that they just go, who wrote this? Okay, no, never mind. My tongue sits different when talking English versus Portuguese. English, you talk a lot more with the tongue on the roof of your mouth. Portuguese is pretty much all in the front. See, I've started realizing this. I'm like really, I hope my kids don't have any type of like speech impediments, but I do think that if they do, I can help them through speech therapy because like as I've been doing like more voice acting stuff, I've started like trying to understand what it is that actually makes different voices, like the ideas of like constricting your nasal passage and like lifting your tongue to the roof of your mouth. Like the different ways in which you talk are based upon the different things that you do. Like not like kids that lisp are like, there are ways to counteract a lisp if you can't naturally say your S's through like pushing your tongue forward, making sure that you like there's a lot of different like tips and tricks that you can use. Yeah, if they see that someone's Jewish, they're just not going to care about the article. But I mean, it's like, I mean, to be fair, I think most people would see that it's talking about anti-Semitism and they just go, Hasan isn't anti-Semitic. And it's like, come on. Rachel Gilmore, good Canadian journal popular on socials, has even boosted Hasan recently with the Rational National guy, and everyone was like, wow, men need to learn from Hasan. Men need to learn to be more performative? I don't think that's the problem. I went to speech therapy when I was 5. I basically just played board games though. They were helping you. It's because were they just talking to you while you played board games? Kermit, Anisa? But yeah, just an interesting article that came out about Hasan. And then Anisa's just still at it. She goes for the Pope and she goes for girl with a microphone. She hates fat people and Jews. So here's what Anisa had to say at first. She said, I guess he didn't like people pointing out that he looks like a chode with arms. Just making fun of him for being overweight. And it's like, I mean, I don't think Nicholas DiOrio's ever made fun of appearances. I think that he's smarter than that. That he understands that he is overweight and that doing that would just, like, it unleashed the beasts on some level. So he knows to just keep it more in the factual realm. But they said this, or Anisa said this, and then Kate responded with, "Oh wow, more fat phobia from moral authority Anisa Joma. What a cool and interesting person she is." And Anisa responded, "There are many beautiful fat people who love their bodies. He isn't one of them, and neither are you with that fuck ass bun you choose to wear every day." Just also is being like, there are many beautiful fat people who love their bodies. Like, just the phrasing of it just feels so icky. If things are icky, does that just mean that it's Anisa coded? Guam owns you, lil bro. Guam owns Anisa, but Anisa owns me. What do I do? I'm getting owned through ownage. I'm actually pwned right now. The thing I always think about when I see Nicholas DiOrio is I always just like, he just looks sweet. Like, he looks like a nice guy. Like, he looks like the friend in his friend group. Like, here's the thing. I think some people see him and they think that he looks like the guy that would be like the degenerate. What I see is I think he would be the outlier. I think he would be in the friend group of like a group of degenerates, but then he would be the one to be like, "Hey guys, I'm sorry my friend just knocked over your shopping cart, ma'am." And he would like be putting stuff back in the cart while his friends are like tearing up the store. Oh, it's time for the real poll. We need to get the real poll up. It's so funny because doesn't she always call it her fuck ass bun? I think it's just another instance of Anisa being like so invested in the, like, in this different content. I think that's definitely what it is. Have you seen Nicholas DiOrio on After Hours? No. What's that? I don't even know what that is. After Hours. I thought you were meaning After Dark for a second, but she adopted it from Snark. Why can't Snark think of anything original? But here is the internet versus Anisa's racist impression. So this is changing the topic a little bit, staying on Anisa, but this is about the comments that she made and all of the reactions that different people have had. So I do want to see these, because I haven't seen what DiOrio had to say about it. All I saw was, again, Anisa's response. But here, let's check it out.
Over the weekend, a clip from Anisa's live stream blew up online, spawning a ton of discourse about offensive humor. When Anisa decided to do an impression of Ela Klein, copying her voice and making fun of her for saying that Nicholas DiOrio has good research. Discussions
in the internet video about Nick Guam, they show a side-by-side slider with Cav and Weinstein. Oh, is it in this one? Bruh.
Sparked online quickly, with some saying that this is Anisa mocking a minority's accents, and others saying this isn't offensive at all and rather just an accurate impression, the same way a Trump impression would be. Along with all this, Nicholas
she doesn't mock anybody that doesn't have an accent. If she was mocking like Nicholas DiOrio and doing like, "Hey guys, yeah. Like, if she did something like that, like, and was like, "Oh, I'm just mocking the way people sound, I'm not mocking impressions," that would be one thing. They have done it multiple times where it's specifically mocking an impression. Or it's specifically mocking an accent, not an impression. Sorry, it's an impression of an accent. I'm not doing an Indian accent. I'm just impersonating a Bollywood actor. What are you talking about? Like, what?
Nicholas Diorio got caught in the mix when Anisa started making fun of him online, along with him getting some backlash online because he said the impression is not only offensive, but also bad, with some interpreting this as Nick condemning the impression or labeling it anti-Semitic. The whole debate was sparked online, and Nick responded to a lot of the backlash on stream, but there's a lot to get into, so let's just jump in. Welcome to the internet versus Anisa's Hila impression. It starts when Yari posts in the Leftovers Stage 3 subreddit Anisa's impersonation of Hila.
I'm a big fan of Nicholas Diorio. What can I say? You do your research.
Saying that Nicholas Diorio does good research.
She has one accent, to be clear. She just reuses it for every nationality. Well, I don't think she'd reuse it for every nationality. Specifically, she's reusing it for the Middle East, which makes it even worse. Even worse, because it's like when people mock the Polish accent. When they talk like this and they think it is like the Borat, but it is really mocking the Polish. It is like that is. I come from Polish. I'm Polish through adoption, so it's fine. I can make Polish jokes. My grandpa was adopted Polish. Thank you very much. But it's like doing that for any Eastern European. Stop getting sidetracked. I'm sorry.
So funny. So I do think they get along. They bond over the hate, and that's, you know, good for us. You done? There it is. I know. I said I had one. That's my Hila impression. Oh no. That was the famous Hila impression. That was, yeah. It kills at parties. I had a poker event that I did that at, and it did kill. So, A-Train. Yeah, they both love Kino Casino, obviously. Because they love all and anything deplorable and gross. Sorry, Felt It Imp. I know you like it there, but...
And Glittering Second replies, God, Ethan's going to be so weird and creepy in response for this one. And Charm Wonder says, a real mixed bag of vitriol and misogyny with a touch of Islamophobia. I fear we will get more stupid, dumb bitch. Alt user also...
Can you do an impression of Anisa doing Hila impression? Here, let me hear what she said again. I have to hear specifically what she said.
That Nicholas Diorio does good research. It's so funny. So I meant research.
I'm a big fan of Nicholas Diorio. What
I'm a big fan of Nicholas Diorio.
What can I say?
What can I say? He does good research. She sounds like I realize this now. I was saying she sounded like Marvin the Martian. What's the character that goes, Marvin does that too, but there's a different character that does that.
You do your research.
It is just Kermit, to be fair.
With an accent is criticizing him.
I thought she was trying to be Kermit. Well, she's trying to do an impression of Hila, and the only thing she can do is try and mock her accent. She's just bad at doing an Israeli accent. She should have listened to Matan. Matan does it pretty good.
I think Harley pointed it out once, and after that I've noticed it a few times. And Pay Wooden says, is there a single thing that these people...
Yeah, it's a little Yoda-ish too. Yeah, she's doing a bit of a Yoda. Love Nicholas Diorio, I do. Like that's what she's doing. You know, the famous Hila quote.
Aren't hypocritical about. They're so woke, but it's okay to mock an immigrant's accent as long as it's Hila or the Iranian guy or someone else.
Ian photoshopped a picture of Hila eating poop. I have to say, that's probably the best content he's done in a while, but that's fucking like, what? What the fuck did I just read, Alex? What did you just tell me? Waka waka. It's a little Fozzie in there too.
else they dislike. And my name is Heredox replies. In the same week, Anisa made tons of fat jokes after having 10 plus years of body positive takes to try and virtue signal. This retard constantly forgets what position she needs to hold. Gato Fumador tweets out this clip with the caption, "The H3H3 community is in an uproar over Anisa Joma's anti-Semitic impersonation of Hila Klein, which they adamantly insist sounds nothing like her."
And I say, you do your research.
Yeah,
Got him.
I was just confused again. With her recent Twitter, I didn't know what she was doing.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have.
And by the way, I'm sure I don't think anybody. Okay, you want to hear my impression of Anisa? Hey, my name is Anisa, and you just did a silly voice. Me, Anisa. Me, Anisa. I'm stupid. I'm dumb. I hate Jewish people.
Well, that's the thing. That would be mocking her as a person. She was intentionally trying to mock Hila's voice, not mocking what Hila said. That's why she did the little like, that's why she did that part, because she's specifically trying to like mock Hila's inflection in her voice.
You literally didn't sound anything like her.
Yeah, I don't think the podcast ever called it anti-Semitic. They were kind of just shitting on it like this. They were just calling it a bad impression.
You just did a silly voice.
She said it killed at the party she went to. It killed at the poker event. Was the poker event filled with a bunch of 5-year-olds? She started going, "Listen here, buddy." And they just all went, "Ah!" Like, what?
I feel like your coverage has been really good on topics that I end up watching. Like, you're good with research.
And Willie Mackshaw replies, "Sometimes I can't tell if you're an Ethan hater or a fan. Most of the time you just post his W's." And Gatzo replies, "Is your Israeli wife also mentally impaired?" And Brino Blum says, "The Hila impression was very spot on." Dragon Harpoon quotes Gatto's tweet by saying, "I didn't know what an Israeli was when I first watched H3H3 because I was like 11. So I just thought Hila Klein was retarded or something." Sleepy quote tweets Anisa by saying, "That sounds exactly like Hila Klein." DJ Screwdriver tweets out this clip with the caption, "Nicholas Durio isn't impressed by Anisa Joma's impersonation of Hila."
Do it as Fozzie Bear. Do the Anisa impression as Fozzie Bear.
Hi. Nicholas Diorio's good at research. Waka waka.
Like, I don't understand.
You can't eat poop. You'll get sick.
Do the laughing.
At Aaron
not my
Marco
best.
super chatted $7.28. iDubbbz has taken the Ethan breakup so badly he's tipped over into divorced dad territory.
Chowing down on some fresh shit? Goodness gracious, that is absurd. Shit is not good for you. Okay, we must enhance further. It's Hila. That's most certainly Hila eating a pile of shit. Oh my goodness. Why does she look like, what is that, like a gothic Nightmare Before Christmas? Why does she look like Jack Skellington? The snack that smiles back? I don't think there's any smiling.
What are you mocking her appearance for? You dress and get your tattoos like you want to be alt, but you want to be alternative, but you just don't go into it fully. Like the things that they try and mock, like Ethan and Hila for, it's just like it's just a pure mirror of themselves. Everything that they try and criticize is so dumb. Why is he a dragon? What do you mean? That's the scorched legume.
Hila Klein.
I'm a big fan of
Why is he a dragon? What did I miss? Oh, if you didn't know why he's a dragon, it's been a while. He was trying his VTuber arc.
Nicholas Diorio, what can I say? You do your research.
Saying that Nicholas Diorio does good research is so funny. I do.
New dono sound. That will be a new dono sound. I'm making it tomorrow.
Ethan.
Wait, that was the Hila Klein impression? Listen, all right. In the time that we've seen Hila Klein impressions, I mean that just doesn't. That's not like a dude. I don't know.
I know.
Not only is that offensive, it's also bad. Like it's a bad impression.
Oh, I said I had one. That's my Hila impression.
That sounds like a character from fucking what character is this from The Simpsons? Well, I think it's Barney. It sounds like Barney from fucking. Is it Barney? It's like the fat guy.
Barney sounds more like this. Barney's a little bit more. He's just a drunkard.
Fell off a little bit. I think it went a little too high there. But isn't he? He's more like that, right?
Barney more. He's more up.
Oh, wait, this actually. Oh, that's a good one. She sounds like the bear from the Cleveland show. But you're saying Apu.
Someone said that in my chat too.
She's doing like a weird. Everything she does sounds like a weird Muslim accent too. Her only concept of accents is doing like a Muslim thing.
Big fan of Nicholas Diorio. What can I say?
Well, actually, a little Indian maybe too.
Hey, you do your
She sounds like she's about to explain why I need to join Metro PCS with a new talk and text plan
research
with full unlimited data. Yeah, it kind of is the bear. I mean, it's just not even a good impression. Nick is gonna make so much freaking money. Yeah.
Oh no. That was the famous Elon. That was, yeah. It kills at parties. I had a poker event that I did that at, and it did kill. So, hey,
that surprises me that they can actually house a party. Like, you're so mentally raped by Hila Klein that you actually just do impressions of her at parties with your friends who are probably not online, I imagine.
Well, that is also weird. I guess I never really dissected that part, that it is odd that she's talking about going to an event. Why did this come up? Like, in what context were you just talking about Ethan and Hila? Like, that part is also kind of weird, right?
Not online people. Wouldn't even really, yeah, what parties? Now she's pretending to go to poker parties just like Hila. Oh my, yeah, wait, that's it. Dude, oh, another fucking vicariously living through a fucking her friends thing. Oh, dude, I love these poker things. If only I got invited to these poker events, yeah.
And Trust Me Bro replies, how is it offensive? And Phoenix Wrong replies, yeah, it's not. It's more Klein psychosis. If I
don't know how to explain this any clearer. When you mock somebody, you can mock the things that they're saying. And I mean, honestly, if you want to mock them, like through an impression, like mock their voice, again, it's about mocking the tone that they're taking. Oh, are they being whiny? Oh, they're being whiny. Oh, are they sounding dumb? They're saying something real dumb right now. That's mocking someone for the things that they're saying. Mocking someone for how they sound is completely different. And like, if you want to be like, well, Ethan makes fun of RFK's voice. Like, okay, sure, yeah. Like, I don't think that it's the end of the world. I'm not going to go like, Anisa's an evil racist. Like, I don't think that she is a hateful racist. I think that she has an internalized, like, this racism that's ingrained deep within her that she doesn't even recognize necessarily. You know, and it's the same thing. I've said this before. It's with Ian and Anisa. I would really like them to outline in what ways they think that they have changed as people, because I can see the ways Ethan has changed through his perspectives, through like, again, and I've explained how that like has impacted me through my like growing up and stuff, and my transition away from more edgy content and like edgy content like iDubbbz, and I moved more onto H3 stuff. But it's like the swap, or the switch was kind of, it happened over time with H3, and something that you were able to see, and like a growth that was happening, as opposed to Ian and Anisa, who kind of just fell to the background and then came back and were like, actually, we've made our recompense. We're actually the ones you need to listen to now. I think they spent all their money on tattoos and gala events. At least most of it. That's probably where most of it went. Tattoos are not cheap. That's why I go to Friday the 13th.
If I was going to do an anti-Semitic impression, I'd do a nasal voice, rub my hands together, and go money, money, money or something. This is just an accurate impression of how
Nobody's saying, oh, it's an impression of Jewish people. No, it's again, it's like doing an Indian impression, or doing a and again, it'd be like doing an Indian impression for like somebody in Pakistan or something. Like, you are doing it just this one generic voice that you think fits a region. That is offensive. Again, if we want to argue about whether or not it's not that bad or it's not that like big of a deal, why do you care so much? I just hate all this bullshit. And I love that. I loved when Harley pointed this out. Again, shout out.
Piss on my lips.
But when Harley pointed this out, I agree with this fully. If you're going to be a degenerate, if you're going to be a bigot, a racist, whatever, if you're going to be any type of bigot, just be forthright with your opinions. Actually try and change my mind based on the things that you believe. Because if you can't do that, then your ideas are faulty. But if you feel like you need to hide it, like you've already lost. Like you've already lost it. You're not going to supplant ideas in my head. Like that's just not going to work.
Hila speaks. And Philly the Cheese replies, faking an accent is the racist part.
Was I supposed to do a different poll? There's a poll that's up.
You don't literally need to imitate a song of the South to be racist. And Phoenix says, she's not mocking Hila's accents. She's mocking her as a person by doing an accurate impression.
Yeah, they don't need to even they don't even realize they're being racist. The problem is when they are being called out for it, they refuse to apologize, like the Tamara Pennies thing. Yeah, exactly. Even if you didn't intend for it to be racist, it's like if you're hanging out with your black friend. You're hanging out with one of your black friends, and then you guys are like climbing in a tree, and then your friend swings from like a branch, and you're like, damn, bro, you're like a fucking monkey in this tree. And then you go, oh shit, my bad. You didn't intend for anything like offensive by what you were saying. What you were saying wasn't even necessarily offensive given the context of what you said, but you understand that it can be taken offensively, and so you feel the need to apologize for it. Because you understand that even though you did not intend for it to be offensive, it is still an offensive statement. Like, it's just like, it seems so simple. Like, I feel like this is shit you learn in elementary school when you're learning how to, like, interact with kids on the playground. Like, come on.
So it's not racist in my opinion. Besides, isn't Anisa's dad a Muslim from Lebanon? Not that this impression is racist, but I'd give her a bit of a pass with Middle Eastern accents regardless. And Philly says, it is categorically a racist action to fake an accent. If a white person faked an Indian person's accent as a bit, it would be judged as racist. Just because you justify it doesn't make it less racist.
Yeah, and again, you can talk about what level of racist it is. If it is, oh, it's not that racist. Again, this is the whole conversation. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the gifted subby. But it's like, you don't have to think that it's the most racist thing ever. You don't need to think that the word cracker is as bad as the N-word. That's not what anybody's saying. But the whole thing is that they are both racist and rooted in racism. And so if you want to remove racism as an idea, wholly remove racial bigotry, you want to try and like remove all of it.
He says 8% Lebanese, and being Muslim doesn't mean you can fake a Hebrew accent. Then he quotes Phoenix and responds, literally making an excuse for someone to do something racist. Really testing the water on this. She's not mocking her accent, she's mocking her by using her accent. And Phoenix replies, by your logic, no one can do an impression of Hila without being racist. This is classic Klein tactics. Redefine the rules to maintain perpetual victim status. And Philly says, you shouldn't be doing impressions of accent.
Here's a perfect impression of Hila in that moment, if you really wanted to be offensive. Oh, Nicholas Diorio's he's really good with his research. There you go. There's me making fun of Hila. There's me making fun of Hila in that video without it mocking her accent. Oh, Nicholas Diorio's super good with his research. You see how I'm mocking the idea of what she said and not the ways in which she said it? You see? Yeah, just don't do the accent. Literally as simple as that.
In the first place, as it's racist. Everyone knows this except you. No white person should be faking Hebrew accents, Indian accents, or etc. This isn't redefining a role, just one most socially normal people know not to do. Chip Kipling posts this clip on the I Miss the Old Idub subreddit with the caption, Ian and Anisa admit to watching Nicholas Diorio in their spare time. Anisa boasts about her Hila impression going viral.
Are we surprised?
Also, the Hila impression was 200% accurate. Anyone saying otherwise is coping Lamau.
I can't believe how viral that clip has gone.
It's been awesome.
It proves to me that my irrelevance has been a choice.
It has been a choice. we we watched Nicholas Diorio fucking coping over it, and it's so weird. So many of these, like,
I'm sorry, like, even as your job, like, you need to spend your free time a little bit better. You can sit in the morning and like do a little bit of research, maybe looking at some Nicholas Diorio stream or something, if that's really what you need to do for your content. But like, if you're just playing Wordle, like, I don't know why that was necessary. It's just crazy.
Communities, you'd expect them to not have like weird allegiances in this way. Like, who the fuck cares about Ela Klein? Like, why would you be going to bat for her?
Is she really only 8%? Because I'm 15% African, but I'm not black. I'm half Mexican, but I look white. I'm considered white to my family. Yeah, I think that's kind of... I think Anisa's dad, regardless of the percentage, like whatever her genetic makeup is, I'm pretty sure her dad's from Lebanon. So she does have some claim to, like, you know, Middle Eastern culture and stuff like that through her father. But again, it's about how much does she actually claim? Like, what does she actually claim from that? Because that would be an interesting conversation. Also, Ian's last PowerPoint is a theory about, or a theory that the bad Jewish man is mind controlling people, especially his Arab employee who's a dog, with the objective of making money. Like, come on, dude. Yeah, it is just like, how can we be as straightforward as possible while not getting banned? Because, yeah, again, it's like, even if you're just so stupid that you don't understand, like, the, like, anti-Semitic undertones of the things that you're saying, like, you should be able to just apologize for them, just simply.
But he's their biggest white knight.
Yeah, true.
The do the roar guy.
Yeah.
I think Nicholas Dior was like, I don't understand. It sounds like Cleveland. And it's like, yeah.
Anisa's dad is not from Lebanon. I think it's her grandparents or great-grandparents. I thought it was her dad. I thought she said her dad's from Lebanon. And then she said she's 8% Arab, 8%, like, all this stuff.
Yes. Ela sounds like Cleveland, or the horse from Cleveland, or whatever the fuck he was saying.
I'm sorry. Great observation, King.
Yeah.
Like, tricked them into making fun of it.
And Daddy Meerkat replies, so months ago they dropped a video condemning...
Yeah, her dad's from Lebanon. He was a refugee and fled to Canada with his family due to the Lebanese Civil War. He's from Lebanon.
Xenophobia. Yet she is laughing about going viral for mocking an immigrant woman's accent. That's certainly a choice. And Sunnybean says, classic leftist though. If they do something, it's fine. If someone they hate does the exact same thing, it is the worst action in the entire world. They are brain dead. Layman says, they should not want to pick a fight with rape.
Yeah, she's half Lebanese and 8% Arab. Nationality and not ethnicity. That makes sense.
Reviewer. Mama Max and Boblax come to mind, who lost against Nick badly. And Bioelectric Being says, and recently, Chud Logic. Hell yeah replies, Anisa has a giant jealous hate boner for Ela because unlike Anisa, Ela was able to find a ton of success on her own and doesn't live in the shadow of Ethan. Whether you like her or not, Ela is undoubtedly a successful businesswoman who runs an extremely successful fashion brand which just branched out into a new makeup line. She did all of this while raising 3 boys too. Never had to take her clothes off for money either. Ian and Anisa are such bitter losers and sound pathetic. Saying who cares about...
Cleveland was voiced by a white guy, but then they switched it to Arif Zahir in 2021. So that's the new voice of Cleveland.
Ela Klein, when you're the washed up NF guy, is wild. Shadow Army post.
Sorry, I should specify Cleveland Brown.
They clipped live
from the Cleveland Brown Show.
Ela Klein, when you're the washed up NF guy, is wild. Shadow Army posts in the clipped live subreddit. Should Anisa's impression of Ela Klein be considered as offensive or anti-Semitic? I remember Nick said a while back on stream that not only is it offensive, it's also a bad impression.
Oh, weird. I saw something about his parents fleeing, but it must have been mistaken. It was probably because I think he fled with his parents. So it was probably like a miscommunication of that information, probably. Is probably what that was. That would make sense. Because, yeah, it doesn't sound like it would have been... Because what? because we don't know obviously at what point in the Civil War. Well, I guess it depends, because the Lebanese Civil War lasted from 1975 until 1990. We don't know at what point he would have left, so he could have been like a younger person, like a child or something, presumably. But yeah.
Personally, I'm quite conflicted on this position, as while I do agree that her impression wasn't particularly good, I disagree with the notion that her impression was offensive. Should accents be considered offensive? After all, I remember Nick saying multiple times that we should bring back accents for comedic reasons. One such example being when Nick was lamenting that Austin Show / Raj Patel was forced to rebrand after putting on an Indian accent for years on his Twitch streams for comedic effect. If Anisa putting on an Israeli accent to imitate Hila is considered offensive, then by that logic, Matan Evan putting on a fake Israeli accent to troll, and Sam Hyde putting on an Irish accent to portray the Candyman should be considered offensive too. Heck, we can even go a step farther and say that Big Bungie's Trump impressions are offensive too while we're at it. Well, I think it's absolutely fair to call out Anisa for being a safe, edgy hypocrite by putting on an Israeli accent, considering how she preaches leftist values but doesn't practice them herself. Calling the accent itself offensive just doesn't sit right with me. After all, it doesn't make sense.
I think Matan Evan, the difference, oh my god, these people are so ridiculous. Matan Evan putting on an Israeli accent. First of all, Hila pointed this out too. I think that he might be Israeli. I think that if his parents aren't Israeli, he has family that comes from Israel. Because even in those old videos, in the old videos of him, here's the first video on his channel when he's a little kid, you can hear like a faint accent.
15,000 shirts.
So there was a group out.
Big fan of you for a while now, so.
Wait a second. So
I feel like you can hear a mild accent in his voice, but he's from Los Angeles, so he probably started growing out of it and then went, you know what? I kind of want to go heavy on my accent for this character that I'm presenting. That's what I think he's doing. Because also, here's a little something else. His name isn't Matan Evan. His name is Matan Evanoff. Is that true? Is that accurate? That's what his email is too, I think. Matan University. Matan Evanoff? Interesting. Yeah, he is Israeli and Jewish, and he is playing a comedic character. It's both. Because the whole thing is, I think that he's doing it because he realizes that it's like a Borat thing. He knows that he can get away with the jokes because it's more unassuming when coming from him. You know what I mean? Even though Borat was like a... I wonder if you could do a Borat in modern day, if a new Borat could come out. Because Matan kind of is trying to do that, but you can see through it on some level. Here, let me get a little bit more of him talking, just so you can hear it.
I really support their movement, and I thought that it could be good if I held up the shirt for them.
So you'd been on the dance cam before?
Well, yeah, I've been on it a few times. That's why I was like, when I got on, I made like a face, but that wasn't really necessarily shocked.
It's hard to explain because it's not in his, it's in his cadence. It's in the way that he breaks up his sentences, not necessarily in the way that he's speaking. It's the way that I don't even know how to explain this. It's the way that he speaks sounds like he's probably more like, because he's probably learning from parents who might have a more thick accent or something. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm reading too deep into it. But that's my whole thought on it. But even beyond that, Matan is playing an edgy character that is presented to be edgy for the sake of being edgy. Anisa and Ian want to be woke. There's a big fucking difference there about the standard that you would hold them to. An edgy character that is used to be edgy against all groups. Is it offensive? Sure. Should we care? Probably not. Some people who claim moral superiority over others and then make offensive, like, do offensive impersonations. Like, it seems like a pretty clear explanation there. And Sam Hyde putting on an Irish accent to portray the Candyman should be considered offensive too. Okay, sure, maybe. Again, we can say that it's offensive, But it's about, again, how offensive do we think it is? We can have a conversation about that too. Oh, it's probably not that bad. But it probably is bad on some level to denigrate Irish people as a group. And because I don't know what he was doing, but it's just like, yes, that would be considered bad if that's what you were doing it for. But yeah, it's just so, like, these being their, like evidence of it or like argument against, it's like, yes, it would be offensive, or it would be considered offensive. Like, these people are so like dense. I just don't understand how you can be this dense. You can think that you are doing something offensive and you can still think that it's funny. You don't need to be like this altruistic person all the time. If you're doing something that's edgy, you're doing something that's edgy. Fuck, stand by it. They started up for members. Well, and for live for the public right now.
I was here for it, editing stuff,
You
and
were
I
here?
just heard people dying. Like, straight up. Everyone, I think Galio's here.
Crew takeover episode. Ooh, that should be a fun one. But I'm going to finish up this video. If you want to stay here, feel free to go hop over to the H3 members stream before they switch over. But and then come back here and finish off this. But yeah, we'll continue this off, finish this off real quick. Yes. Yeah, I got YouTube Premium or whatever it's called because of my student discount. And I'm 3 times to catch up right now because my internet sucks. And holy moly. Should I talk slower?
Since that someone who has said that we should bring back accents for comedy would then say that Anisa putting on an Israeli accent is offensive. Am I missing something here? And Nicholas Durio replies, mocking someone's accent / second language speaking is offensive to most communities partaking in targeting Hila this way. That's not really an opinion either. There's a huge double standard on what people are allowed to ethically mock. The caveat is that it's a fair game to do this if the person is hated enough. Ian and Anisa have moved on from edgelords to woke scolds, but constantly fall back on tactics they used before.
Well, the caveat is that it's fair game if the person is hated enough. I wouldn't even say that's a caveat. Just because someone's hated enough doesn't mean you can all of a sudden just do a racist impersonation of them. But I do think that the people doing it get more of a pass. There is more of a caveat in the case of someone being an edgelord.
No bad tactics, only bad targets in it. Your take manages to get all the way there and wrap back around to something I never said on what amounts to a little more than a throwaway line. Upper Assignment replies to Nick by saying, Mr. Ultimate Review, I regret to inform you that both Ethan and Hila mocked Preach's accent from Abba and Preach on YouTube. Preach is from Haiti. English is his third language. According to your logic, Hila is fair game.
I don't remember that, but if that's true, yeah, that was bad too. I mean, that's fine. I can call that bad too. I can be like, yeah, they probably shouldn't have mocked Preach's accent, but I also don't remember that. How do these people like remember such specific things? Like, this feels like this would have been years ago. When did this happen? I'm gonna go scrounge through the snark Reddit now and see if I could find that.
Then OP replies to Nick by saying, thanks for the clarification. Just want to make it clear that I wasn't looking to hypocrisy hunt in any way, which is why I asked if I was missing something. When I saw your stream, it sounded like you just made a blanket statement that her accent was offensive in general, rather than the fact that her accent would be considered offensive according to the values that she claims to hold. It felt like the caveat was unclear, but then again, my memory was vague, so I could have missed it. Sleepy then tweets out the post of Nick that we just read along with a clip we watched and captures it by saying, Ultimate Review guy Nicholas Durio thinks doing accents / impressions on stream is unethical and offensive. Glad to see Mr. URR is thinking about optics now. And Augie RFC replies, objectively it is. If Hila was black and Anisa was like, shit, A-main, what you doing? That would be hilarious because it's offensive. I don't think Nick is suddenly disavowing offensive humor. It's obviously a hypocrisy argument because Anisa is a woke scolding leftist. And J Stalk replies, is there more to the clip that's cut off that makes it clearly a hypocrisy argument? And Confusing Opinion says the Reddit comment.
I just think like it's the lowest form of comedy. Just doing like a racist impression, just any type of racist humor is just the lowest form of comedy. There's so much, like, there's such better ways that you can do it. Like, if you're gonna do a racist joke, it has to be funny. Like, it just has to be actually funny, not just you mocking somebody like a fucking third grader. Like, that's not funny. Like, I think one of the best comedians is Norm Macdonald, and one of his funniest jokes is this whole bit that he does on a radio show, where the whole thing that he's saying is, they ask him if he's going to an event. He goes, "Are there going to be black people there?" And they go, "Well, why would that matter?" And he says, "Because, well, black people are generally more poor, and poor people are generally more dangerous." And he's making a commentary about like poor people. And I've seen a bunch of people take this as like, "Oh, Norm's just calling it like it is. Oh yeah, you need to hear it from Norm." And then people are calling up being like, "You can't say that about black people. That's so offensive." And he's calling them racist back. He's calling them racist back in their face, going, "No, you're a racist. If you can't admit that black people have been disenfranchised in America, then how can we ever expect to uplift the black community?" Like, that was basically the energy that he was giving off through this bit. And it's like, yes, he was doing a form of like what you would consider racist comedy. And it was funny, and it was still able to be funny. And yeah, the whataboutisms are so fucking dumb, because yeah, we can do whataboutisms all day for things that are and aren't good, are good or aren't good, but let's talk about this individual instance and dissect it for what it is. Like, come on.
And J-Salk says, "So after the fact, he said something different." And Video Gamer replies, "Why do retards think this is a good comment? The Reddit comment isn't contradicting anything he said in the clip. It just clarifies his position, which he clearly had at the time of stream, as he's held the same position in prior instances." Freddie Woods replies to Augie by saying, "At what point did she do a stereotypical Jew voice, Lamau? She just makes fun of Hila's voice and what she actually says." And Augie replies, "Making fun of accents is usually something people find offensive."
Yo, Augie, yo, bro, just fucking just cut the shit. It's not even worth it. Bro's really trying to be like, it's usually something people find offensive. I don't care about it. It's not a big deal. Like, that shit's edgy, bro. That shit's awesome. But like, people usually consider that shit offensive, though. Like, just shut up, Augie. Just shut up.
"I don't care because I'm racist, but that's how most people see it. Pointing out that something is offensive doesn't mean you find it problematic." And Freddie replies, "It's not making fun of an accent. It's just her voice. Hila has no discernible accent. It's just her slow drawl being made fun of." Ronald replies to Augie by saying, "Nick did a Chinese accent like 2 minutes after this, so the offensive part clearly wasn't even his main argument." And Sanchez replies, "It's the fact she's supposed to be an uber woke leftist who hates this shit till it's a Jew." Tib Topper replies to Augie by saying, "He's trying to imply it's against the rules. Doing an impression of Hila is apparently not supposed to be allowed." And Sanchez says,
"Yeah, exactly. At what point do they think it crosses the line? When she starts rubbing her hands together?" Yeah, that's basically it. It's people are so stupid where they're like, it's not anti-Semitism unless I'm drawing swastikas. It's not anti-Semitism unless I'm creating like a Jewish caricature.
No, because he does an accent after. Anisa is supposed to be the super anti-racist. She shouldn't be faking Hebrew accents. And Tibetapa says, "Yup, doing an Hila accent is anti-Semitic, and anti-Semitic people deserve to be Gaza'd." And Sanchez replies, "Dude, what are you yapping about? It's just funny and uber."
Okay, that's fucking crazy too. I don't know if this person is being like doing an ironic post or something, where they're trying to be like, this is what the people who call out anti-Semitism think, or if this person is actually this fucking insane. But that is an absolutely insane thing to say.
Semitic people deserve to be Gaza'd.
Disapprove, disavow. Disapprove, disavow again?
Sanchez replies, "Dude, what are you yapping about?"
That's not what he said. Read it verbatim, internet versus. What did he say?
And anti-Semitic people deserve to be Gaza'd. And Sanchez replies, "Dude, what are you yapping about? It's just funny an uber woke scholar like Anisa reaches into her Irish ancestors' blood to do the Hebrew accent." And Tib Tapa says, "You are an uber woke scholar. Oh my god, she did a funny impression of Hila while shading the fat one. She's evil. Kill her. Anisa handed you an L. Take it. It's bound to happen when you're on team Ethan and fat. You're on the same level as her. Sorry, loser." And Sanchez replies, "That literally isn't what I said, dude. I said she's a woke scholar of other people but fakes Hebrew and..."
Sounds like snark. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, is that it just sounds like someone going, like doing it ironically, like a super aggressive ironic thing. I don't know why Internet Versus is also pulling all of these comments. You could have made this video shorter. It didn't need to be 35 minutes. These have 21 views, 2 comments, and no likes. Like, these replies don't matter at all.
Iranian accents. Dude, not only did you fail to read, you just announced something to yourself in a delusion. And Tib Tapa says, "Brother man, you ain't slick. It's very obvious you're conjuring up that she's anti-Semitic because you can't handle she did a funny impression mocking Hila. Instead of just acknowledging it, you have to pretend she broke."
Yeah, they were just being ironic. People are weird on Reddit or on Twitter too, where they don't realize that like your sarcasm does not read through like just a straightforward message, and not everyone's gonna see your replies too. So.
Some gay role. Hey, Anisa sucks. True, but it was funny. And Sanchez replies, "Dude is unironically retarded. Yeah, she faked it."
I didn't find the impression offensive either because it doesn't even sound human, let alone Israeli. She tried to be xenophobic but failed at it. She's even bad at racism. Yeah, see, that's like the point is we're not criticizing the actual voice. Like no one's going like, listen to the pitch here. Listen to the pitch shift. What everyone's saying is that they were attempting to mock her accent. Like that was what they were attempting to do. And they did it before to the Iranian guy on that show. I forget what show it was. They did the same thing to him, and it's like, yeah, they suck at doing impressions. Like that's the thing is we're criticizing it because they're bad at it on some level. Again, it's like if you're gonna make an edgy joke, be funny. Don't just do some things that a third grader could come up with after listening to their racist dad, you know?
The Hebrew accent, which is anti-Semitic, but it's funny. This is Anisa's gay role, dude. I don't give a fuck that they mocked Horseface Klein. Point is that Anisa is a woke scholar doing edgy bits. Bo Black's quote tweets to Sleepy's post by saying, "Crazy that this is Nick."
I do love how often all these people on Twitter and Reddit feel the need to be like, no, bro, I'm actually edgier than you. I'm actually the one who's edgier than you. I don't give a fuck about any of this. I'm just trying to be factual. Bro, go touch some grass. Like, actually hop offline. You don't even need to go outside. Literally go sit on the couch and stare at the wall for 10 minutes and, like, chill out. It's kind of crazy. Because I see it so often where people are like, no, actually, I'm super edgy. I don't actually even care about this shit at all. I'm just saying.
Durios take now when him, Keemstar, and Tommy C would mock Hila's accent all the time when they were calling her a horse a couple years back. And Marco Lettuce replies, "Proof?" And Boblax attaches this clip by a button mashed username who says, "I don't know why I made Hila French."
Oh, no, but do you hear Tommy do the Hila Klein voice and shit like that? He did that today. You guys did this tonight. Fucking Tommy gets on there and goes, "Yeah, Keemstar. So maybe you should start being a little bit nicer."
That's way worse.
Tommy is
the fucking. Yeah, we're gonna get Tommy to start.
Tommy is a really good.
I
still don't understand.
He didn't even sound French. He sounded like he was doing like one of the Russian spies from a James Bond film. "Hello, Mr. Bond." Like when they're just talking very like general. It wasn't even really an accent. He was doing more of like a sultry thing. "Hello. Hey there, Keemstar."
I understand why Tommy's Israel voice is racist. I don't get it.
Okay.
It's funny to me.
I was in the military, and now I am wondering why Keemstar is so mean to people.
Anisa goes live and addresses some of this along with talking about Nick Diorio, and Leia Sapienzi posts this clip from her stream with the caption, "Today, Anisa ranted about Nick Diorio." Lol.
So there's this creature named Nicholas Diorio. And Nicholas Diorio, okay, is someone who posts videos of him celebrating his birthday alone. Which, again, not a problem. But if you're, I don't know, maybe friend and family deficient, at least have a dog or a cat or something. But anyways, he is one of these commentary slop guys. But he has this segment called the Ultimate Rape Review, where he reviews rape cases and decides whether or not the woman is lying.
What the fuck? Yo, could he sue for defamation? Could Nicholas Diorio sue for defamation? The only person I ever remember calling a horse was also when I was probably like 7 or 8 years old, and it was because everybody was calling Sarah Jessica Parker a horse. I think that was it. But again, it's like, yeah, it makes sense for like a third grader. Like that's literally some shit third graders do. Horses are known for to be beautiful and elegant creatures. I don't even get that insult. They're making fun of people for having longer, like thinner heads, like having a thinner face. Like that's literally all it is they're saying that your head looks long. Or that they have buck teeth, like if they have bigger teeth. But those are like the two things that they're criticizing and saying someone looks like a horse. Trust me, like I'm saying, I'm not like one to be like, I'm not gonna lie and be like, I don't understand things that people say when they're being offensive. Like I can kind of understand it, and I think it's because I was edgy as a kid. So like when people say some edgy shit, it's like, I understand what you're doing. Don't try and fucking lie to me. That's why I don't get it. Like when people, I don't know. I'm not saying that about you, but I'm just saying in general, I feel like people pull the card of like, what do you mean? How is that offensive? Like they've been doing with this whole accent thing. And it's like, you know what you're doing. Don't act stupid. Don't act racist and stupid.
So, and that's, by the way, who Ethan and Hila watch and enjoy. They think he has really good research. I quoted directly from Hila with that. So that's who that is. Hila said that he's her favorite, and she donates to this individual. And if you look at him, like a picture of him, he.
Yeah, you just watch him for free. You know, you just you're just bumming it on YouTube. Not that you have to donate, but I just think that's funny that it's just like, you watch him too. Don't act like, oh, but I hate watching. It's different. I watch the H3 podcast, and I watch Nicholas Diorio, and I watch Papa Gut, and I watch all these people because I hate them. Like, what? Oh, shout out to Lust. Thank you so much for the raid. I really do appreciate it. Oh, and do you see how I did like a kind of mocking Anisa there without needing to like mock an accent or anything? Not that she has an accent. I mock Canadians. That could have worked. Start mocking the Canadian accent. I just end every sentence with A. It's just fucking stupid. Oh, you're still live. Yeah, this video was longer than I thought.
He doesn't like stream himself, which I, after seeing what he looks like, I get. Because
Thank you so much for the raid, Lus. I really appreciate it. I don't know if I said that. Sorry, I was in the middle of something.
Looks like he should be holding a giant oversized lollipop at all times. And I, hey.
Well, it's a Thursday stream, and I missed yesterday, so I had to be here. Did you comment on the Hasan calling out the Islamophobic chatter thing? I didn't see that. If you could send me that, or like link it in chat or something.
I get it. I think he also lied about
because I would like to see that. I genuinely didn't see that at all.
Having a girlfriend and then got outed for lying. And he's talked about us for a long time. And I didn't really talk about him, one, because I'm not really online, but two, I also just feel bad for him. I think out of all the slop tubers, I feel the worst for him because not good. Even when you see pictures of him, it looks like he's not comfortable wearing his own skin. So but we are done being nice, aren't we, chat? He's making bank.
When were you nice? Before you just did it behind closed doors. Yeah, you were polite, I guess. You were never nice.
Off of you. He's making bank off of Ethan and Hila. There's quite the talent of people in that world finding someone who's just.
It's all just jealousy, huh? Everything that they feel is all just derives from their jealousy of these people. They're jealous of Ethan and Hila and their success. They're jealous of people like Nicholas Diorio who can gain a level of success off of people like Ethan and Hila. And it's just like, yeah, I mean, Nicholas Diorio talks about all types of stuff, so it's kind of, yeah, she's just a Mimi Bobini.
Just a little bit dumber than you. So you can like prey on them, but Nicholas Diorio is getting eaten by his own. I heard that he's becoming a lol cow himself. So, and that's the fate, isn't it? Of those creatures.
Yes, we did talk about the Wall Street Journal article. We did talk about that briefly. And that's interesting. There's more stuff that's coming out, it seems, which is good. Not more things coming out, but more articles coming out talking about Hasan. Not just puff pieces.
So.
And Nick Diorio replies, "It's so free." Sleepy then tweets out this clip with the caption, "Nicholas Diorio can talk about Anisa and Idem's relationship, but never bring up him getting publicly friend-zoned on Twitter."
Tonka, when did the tears come out of my...
I gotta say, if he got friend-zoned on Twitter, that's pretty hilarious. I'm sorry. But trying to spit game on Twitter, that's already a no-go. And if you weren't spitting game on Twitter, spitting game to somebody that then goes on Twitter to friend-zone you, also a no-go.
My eyes, I was crying.
When did the tears come out of your eyes? Probably when that girl said she wasn't your girlfriend on that post. That was the saddest shit I've ever seen.
What girl said she wasn't my girlfriend?
When you posted a picture of you holding somebody's hand, just trying to be vague about it, and then they're like, "You have a girlfriend?" And the girl's like, No, he's my best friend.
Dude, you have no idea what you're talking about.
That was funny as fuck.
It's hilarious.
No,
It's
that was funny as
absolutely
fuck. Okay, so that didn't
I
happen,
keep my
Nick.
personal
Nick,
life-
did that happen or not?
Yeah, it absolutely happened.
You posted a vague picture of you holding somebody's hand, or like fucking some shit, and then, do you have a girlfriend? She's like, No, he's my best friend and not my girlfriend.
Do not talk about my fucking personal life on here.
It's not your personal life. It's a
I do
tweet you
not
made.
talk
It's a
about
tweet
my
you made,
personal
Nick.
life publicly,
Nick, it's a
especially
tweet you
people I'm
made. That's
fucking
not your
talking to.
personal life.
Do not fucking
It's a
bring
tweet
up
you made.
who I
It's not your
talk to
personal
in my
life.
fucking personal
It's a tweet.
I mean, a tweet you posted, Nick. Yeah, you're. Don't run from this, Nick. Honestly, he should have just gone LOL. Oops. Say that out loud.
Not your personal life, dork.
Oh, whoa. You think it's cool to talk like I intentionally don't name people like this specifically because I keep that part of my life very off the internet.
No, you don't. You try to post it and look cool, and you didn't look cool.
It was her idea to make the fucking post in the first place. I told her not
I'm
to
sure
comment
it
on
was.
She did. That's none of your fucking business.
Then why'd you post it on Twitter,
It
Nick?
doesn't belong in this argument.
It's
Tonka.
none of
That's
my business.
ridiculous.
Why is it up there, Nick? Why'd you post it if
Dude,
it's none
all
of anybody's
you guys have
business?
is looking into people's personal lives. And it's really
How is this your personal life, Nick?
Why are you bringing it up
posted
in a
I do want to say this is okay. I was gonna say I said that if he actually got friend zoned on Twitter, that'd be one thing. But by the sounds of it, it sounds like he posted a picture like this. I can't find the actual post because he posts too much. But it sounds like he posted some shit like this, but with a girl, with a gal, and with the gal, people go, "Wait, is he dating Keemstar?" You know what I mean? Like people don't say that when it's with another dude. Why not? They could be together. They could be fucking. This might have been pre-Brantley. I don't know. But they saw him with a girl and started getting saw him with a gal. Sorry, I'm trying to substitute that in more, and started being parasocial, being like, "Is this your girlfriend? Hey, is that your girlfriend?" And then that person responded, being like, "No, we're just friends. Don't be weird." I don't see how that's an L for Nicholas Diorio, to be completely honest, but also this kind of reaction to it, I'm telling you, he should have just replied with, because he started with, "What are you talking about? What are you talking about?" You knew what he was talking about, Nick. You got to just hit him with the LOL, oops. I like saying that, LMAO, oops. Just hit people with that in person or over like a call is so funny. Our Rafflecopter.
a fucking debate, Tonka?
Because it's funny, remember? It's about things that are funny. We're debating? We're debating, Nick? Is that what's happening? Oh, did Nick?
And URR World Tour replies, I don't think you can compare making a content comp video that was so bad it led to the implosion.
His cortisol levels got raised too high. He got mogged. Damn, yeah, that was the problem, Nick. You can't let your cortisol levels spike like that. You got to keep it stoic. You got to learn from the best.
Stoic.
of a multi-million-dollar charity boxing event, or getting friend zoned over 6 years ago. Like, why even waste your time making this post? And Proxy replies in his hug box, attaching a message Nick Diorio sent to his Discord where Simpman asks, I wake up and see a bunch of anti-Diorio posts. The fuck happened? And Nicholas says, people tried twisting the comment I made about Anisa's Hila impression, and when that didn't land, the usual suspects started kicking and screaming, pulling up the classic he's fat and the fake friend zone thing from 6 years ago. And then Anisa Joma...
It's also 6 years old. Okay, guys. How old is Nicholas Diorio?
Quotes the clip by saying, wait, this is so embarrassing, lol. And Floyd says, the fact it's Tonkasaw bitching out Nick makes this 10 times funnier. And Anisa replies, I will be honest, I don't know what a Tonkasaw is, but I imagine if they're in a Discord call with a Do the Roar kid, they can't be good. Felt
Case 29, so he would have been like 23 at the time. Trying to just like be like, look at this fucking loser. Look at this 23-year-old's loser Twitter. Are you surprised?
Imp replies to Anisa by saying, my liege, thou post an ancient clip from one of the lowest, dirtiest sector rats.
Oh, it's the felted imp.
To ever be, but thou deniest the hot fresh Ralph content? What injustice may this be? It is not my place to question her royal majesty, so I humbly beg forgiveness, but this perplexes me so, my queen. And Anisa replies, felted imp, I'm sorry. I don't know who anyone in this clip slash poster is, nor how new slash old it is. I'm a victim to my timeline. Gamma tweets out a picture of Nicholas Diorio's Instagram and captions it, Nicholas Diorio has now privated his...
Look at it, hockey legend. Hockey legend.
Instagram, which was once public, and Jackbox replies, it's been private for months. And Gamma says, no it hasn't, lol. And Jackbox says, it has been private since at least the Turkey Tom drama. And Gamma says, then it hasn't been months. And Jack says, it has been over 2 months since the drama started. And Gamma says, it's actually been like a month and a week or so. And Jackbox says,
see, I'm lucky, I'm still following Nicholas Diorio. I'm one of the few 2,000 people that are following him. I'm not going to unfollow him to see if it's private still. But I'm on there with Alex the Fiction Girl with a microphone, Caleb Hammer. Here, let me see. This was a post from Yeet. Thank you, Fupa Troopa. Hasan says, enjoy PTSD to a veteran in chat condemning Islam and that he'll leave Twitch forever if he gets banned over it. Also calls out platform's double standard for him and Asmongold. You are an infinitely bigger terrorist than Muslim could ever be. Go enjoy your PTSD. You're the danger. Danger to your family and yourself. You didn't learn anything. I'll start live streaming on YouTube tomorrow, people. People who go, based we need to give more money to Israel. Those people that are okay, I'll just let him say it. Sorry, I'm reading the thing. I was just actually trying to understand what he was saying there. Okay, here.
15 years out from Iraq, eat my balls.
Oh no, I'm blocking.
Do you even have your balls remaining, or did a fucking IED explode them for you, dumbass? Shut the fuck up.
Yes, make fun of the pawns. Like, it's fucking crazy. Like, you can, again, criticize him for the things that he's saying, the beliefs that he holds or whatever. Making fun of him for being a pawn in wars that should not be fought are like it's just unnecessary. Especially because in this instance, it's not just going like, oh, you like, because yeah, if you want to be like, oh, you probably killed babies, oh, you probably killed people in Iraq, you did this, you did that. That's one thing if you want to do that for somebody who's like proud, who's like speaking super proud of their service. But specifically, like, we'll see it, but specifically hoping PTSD on people, that is like that's too crazy. That's too far. Sorry to say. Because again, think about all the other people who were like forced into wars in a sense. Even not even just people that were pulled, you know. But people that enlisted that might not have realized what they were getting themselves into. They just wanted a college education or just wanted other things. But yeah, I don't know. There's levels to this shit.
Talking about Islam. You are an infinitely bigger terrorist than any random Muslim ever could be, dumbass. Shut your bitch ass up. Go enjoy your fucking PTSD, asshole. Fuck you. Imagine having the audacity to fucking be like, yeah, I went to Iraq. I went to Iraq. And it's actually Islam that's the biggest danger. You're the danger, idiot. You're a danger to your family. And
I mean, it's just so stupid, right? Because it's like, here's the thing. I disagree with that guy that Islam is the problem. It's the people that, co-opt religion that are the problem, whether it's Islam, Judaism, Christianity. Those are the people that are actually the issue. And so in that, it's like the people, it's not Muslim people. It is like the countries in which the countries that live under Islamic countries, or countries that live under Islamic rule that enforce Sharia law. There aren't too many of them, and there are countries like Egypt that enforce like certain Sharia laws, but not all of them. It is complicated, but again, it's not the specific religion. It's the country's law enforcement. And again, also like Sharia law, it's complicated when talking about, like I'm saying, like in Egypt, there's specific things that are part of Sharia law, but it's not full Sharia law like other countries. But again, it's like there's something to criticize, there's something to talk about, and you can have a nuanced conversation about it, or you can just be like, enjoy your PTSD.
a danger to yourself, douchebag. Law, that's getting clipped, Lamont. I don't give a fuck, dude. Shut the fuck up. If you go to Iraq and you learn that lesson, you realize that was wrong, you're welcome here. You come back from Iraq and you fucking talk about how this was actually awesome and I fucking hate Islam. Then fuck you. You didn't learn anything. You're goddamn cattle. You're sending other people like you to be in a similar fucking predicament.
No, not on Twitter. He's private on Instagram. I believe he's a pro hockey player.
Argument to yourself. Whatever, bitch. I'll start fucking live streaming on YouTube tomorrow. Suck my dick. No, you're getting clipped. By who? The people that have been literally begging for American sons and daughters to go and fucking die in Iran for the last 2 weeks? By people who keep going, yeah, based. No, we got to give more money to Israel. Those people who are going to fucking turn around and then now act as though they give a shit about veterans. The same people like Asmongold who fucking celebrated when that Navy SEAL with his uniform had his fucking arm broken. Really? That's what we're doing?
Bro, again, you can't. Oh my fucking God. It's like, it's this double standard thing. I've tried to remain consistent. But it's like, you cannot be like, oh, Asmongold making fun of this Navy SEAL who got his arm broken. Hasan, you were okay with the Houthis taking ships. Like, what are you talking about? You talked about America deserving 9/11 and eye holes getting fucked and like all this stuff. What are you talking about? Again, if you want to use this like argument of like moral superiority, you need to actually be morally superior.
Twitch can apply this fucking double standard when one veteran is getting their fucking arm broken by an American congressperson for opposing America waging Israel's wars. When Twitch doesn't fucking ban it.
He was private on Twitter too? Oh, I didn't know that. That's funny. See, I don't think you ever need to go private. If you're gonna go private, why not just delete it all? Fuck it. Who cares?
Asmongold for laughing at that and saying, yeah, based, and that he deserved it. When Twitch literally doesn't say a single damn thing about that, but then turns around and tries to ban me for this shit, fuck this platform. I will never fucking come back here. Y'all are a bunch of dumb fucking bitches too for being like, oh, you're gonna get clipped. Dumb motherfucker doesn't even realize his own lived experiences.
I don't know if he was reading chat, if he was like looking for something to read, but then he just started going back in on it.
Could have taught him a very valuable lesson.
After this clip went viral, this happened.
But here, let me show you where this all started. So there's this clip of Hasan going around. Okay. This is the clip that's going around of Hasan.
Oh my God. AB doesn't have any members. Member count, no data. Whoa.
It's on, and I'm seeing it everywhere. Like literally everywhere. My whole timeline is this.
Eat my balls.
So Hasan responds.
That's my whole timeline. Hasan saying, "Eat my balls."
Piss on my lips.
Responds to a
Do you
chatter.
even have your balls remaining, or did a fucking IED explode them for you, dumbass? Shut the fuck.
Should we let you talk shit, or can we Avada Kedavra the haters? You know, you could you could leave him for now.
Talking about Islam.
Thank you.
You are an infinitely bigger terrorist than any random Muslim ever could be, dumbass. Shut your bitch ass up. Go enjoy your fucking PTSD, asshole. Fuck you. Imagine having the audacity to fucking be like, yeah, I went to Iraq, and it's actually Islam that's the biggest danger. You're the danger, idiot.
Thank you, Osama.
You're a danger to your family. And a danger to yourself, douchebag. Lol, that's getting clipped, Lamont. I don't give a fuck, dude. Shut the fuck up. If you go to Iraq and you learn that lesson, you realize that was wrong, you're welcome here.
Hey. Why didn't it read that? Interesting.
You come back from Iraq and you fucking talk about how this was actually awesome and I fucking hate Islam.
Hey, guys.
Then fuck you. You didn't learn anything. You're goddamn cat.
Oh, we're hearing the video only through the headphones. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, all my shit got fucked up on here.
You're sending other people like you to be in a similar fucking predicament to yourself. Whatever, bitch. I'll start fucking live streaming on YouTube tomorrow. Suck my dick. No, you're getting clipped. By who? The people that have been literally begging for American sons and daughters to go and fucking die in Iran for the last 2 weeks? By people who keep going, yeah, based. No, we got to give more money to Israel. Those people who are going to fucking...
Does AB say anything here?
He is doing this everywhere. It was literally XQC.
I just didn't want to rewatch the whole clip again. I was like, we just watched it.
As when everyone and their mother posted this clip and say Hasan needs to be banned. He is disgusting. He is this. He is that. And not a single...
I mean, I think that... Okay, here's the thing. I think there are certain things that Hasan has done, like the supporting of terrorism. There are certain things that Hasan should have been banned for. But this one... I mean, do I think it's abhorrent language? Do I think that he should be socially reprimanded for it? Yes. Do I think that he should, like, be removed off Twitch? No. But yeah, that's also a step too far.
Not a single response that I saw mentioned what the comment was that he was responding, what this person was saying that he responded to. He said, they do worse. Shit, fuck Islam. 15 years out from Iraq, eat my balls. Islam always. Allah does this to non-believers. I do not understand how not a single fucking person shared what he was responding to. If I saw people saying that I condemn what the guy...
Okay, AB, I can agree with you that what this guy is saying is abhorrent as well, but two wrongs don't make a right. So it's like going like, well, I might have called that person a slur, but look at what they said first. Like, it doesn't really matter. Like, yeah, some shithead online was saying shithead things, and ban them.
Guy said, but Hasan...
Ban him and block him.
Hasan should have handled it differently. Go ahead. I don't give a fuck. But, like, what minority... Like, what other minority can you talk about and just completely ignore that he's responding to racism? I'm going to be honest.
What? Wait, I'm confused as to what that even means.
Racism. Out and just completely ignore that he's responding to racism.
Well, he's responding to religious bigotry, not necessarily racism. He's criticizing Islam specifically, not Arabs. But I get the point you're trying to make, but I also disagree that makes a material difference at all. He's saying it's fair but not excusable. I don't know, that's how I interpreted it. You know, like, yeah, here's the thing. If I was like in a friend group or somebody, like if you said that shit to your friends, like if Hasan was just talking to his buddy and said that, like who cares? Like, yeah, two friends talking shit. Like, okay, you say terrible stuff sometimes. I won't hold you for every little statement that you make in private. But when you come publicly and you're putting these ideas out to the, you know, to your audience, like you are giving them this idea. You're kind of making it okay to say these types of things. And again, I don't think that this is good. This isn't in any way okay. Oh, here, this guy was being racist here. He said something about Iraq. Okay, it was blocked slightly, so I didn't realize that was a part. He said something about Iraq. So that makes, okay, that's what he was meaning about. Then I guess, but that's still just xenophobic, AB. Still not necessarily racist. Sorry, now I'm just being pedantic. But here, let's let him continue.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't give a fuck. Anything short of a slur, I don't give a fuck what he says in response. I do not give a fuck when
How do you slur a serviceman, somebody who is in the military? How would you slur them? Can you explain it to me? That's like a terrible take. Because the person said they're Jewish too, so as long as he doesn't call him the K word, as long as he doesn't call him the K slur, it's okay.
When a little girl in my hometown is getting her fucking her neck slit.
There were other comments in this, not in the clip. Okay, so the guy was racist, xenophobic, and and what do you say for religious bigotry? What would be the term for that? But he's showing all three, the big three. He's the bigot trinity.
By someone for being Muslim for no fucking reason, when shit like that is happening all across the US and across the world, when racism like that is just allowed, I do not give a fuck what Hasan responds. I do not give a flying fuck, and I'm not playing this internet war bullshit. Like I do not give a fuck. Like I do not care. Do you think I get credit when saying this? Do you think like I'm trying?
I think when it gets down to it, it's more about how the platform holds everyone to a standard of expectation, and when Hasan crosses that boundary, he doesn't get punished. Yeah, and I think it's even funnier that he doesn't get punished, but is criticizing Asmongold for also not getting punished. Like, it's just the pot calling the kettle black at the end of the day. Like, that's all it is, over and over again.
To win over a certain crowd, I know that I'm gonna get shit from both fucking sides. So anyways, I get credit when saying this. Do you think like I'm trying to win over a certain crowd? I know that I'm gonna get shit from both fucking sides. So anyways, that really fucking pissed. It really pissed.
I think AB got emotional and often says some things says very wrong things. Yeah, I think it comes across wrong. It's always coming with good intention. And yeah, AB he's speaking too much from the heart, you know what I mean? And it's like sometimes you got to be hold a little bit more nuance and speak of things as an outsider when you can. They both give Twitch a fuck ton of traffic, and neither of them are going to get punished. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, it's ridiculous that both of them are just doing it back and forth, going, look at what Hasan says, look at what Asmongold says, no, look at what Hasan says, no, look at what Asmongold says. It's never ending.
It's me off. It really fucking pissed me. And again,
because that's the thing, I understand the frustration, but that's kind of my point, is you should try and separate yourself as best you can, because it's not really worth it at the end of the day. Getting this frustrated about things that didn't, like, obviously it involves you in a macro sense, like it involves your class, your group, and that's like, you can take offense for that, but as someone who wasn't immediately within the conflict, immediately within the conversation, you should be able to take a step outside of it and look at it from the inside of what's really happening. Yeah, I can say he's valid in his feelings, but can't say whether or not he's valid for saying those things. You feel me? Yeah. Yeah. It's not necessarily that he's wrong, but it's just that it's like, Again, two wrongs don't make a right. Here, I'm gonna speed this up a little bit so we can finish this off. We're almost done. We got a bit sidetracked there. You so quazy, always.
As it started, and Gamma says it still has been less than 2 months. And Jackbox replies, incorrect, showing that Sacramento made her original post on January 14th. And these posts were from March 16th. And Gamma replies, okay, but you only got me by 4 or 5 days. And Ropes of Piss replies, I'm lost as fuck. Is there anything significant going on, or are we trying to conjure shit into existence through wishful thinking alone? And Gamma replies, and Nicholas Diorio is to commentary what Baby No Money is to music. And Ropes of Piss says, didn't answer the question a word. And Gamma says, I did answer the question. It's called...
I'm glad more and more people are shitting on Baby No Money too. Seems like he's getting a little bit more hate now. I'm telling you, people are starting to say stuff about him scamming. I always just thought he made shitty music. I didn't get to the Anisa tweet. Here, let me scroll up. There was another one? Another link? Did you send it to me in... Ooh. Here, let me let this continue offline. Oh, wait. There was that. I saw the 2 links you sent me. After clipping viral. Oh, okay. The same link. Skip forward a bit. Oh, okay.
But here, let me show you where this all started. So there's this clip of Hasan going around. Okay.
How far ahead?
Let's go.
This one?
Generosity.
I actually want him to say and be an eternal no. So I'm just putting it out there. When I bully him, it's just because I want to bully him.
Mm-hmm.
He keeps fucking up his audio somehow. Keeps coming through the headphones.
Whatever reason, was there discussion?
What a fucking witch, man. I swear to God, I cannot believe that I rode for her so fucking hard. Publicly, not publicly. Like, you've had this reputation for years. For years. And Anisa, I've been defending you since before.
Oh, wait, you said the Anisa tweet. Sorry, this is a video. What was the tweet she posted? Why do you guys keep questioning my cultural background? Do you think my parents named me Anisa Jomha, more commonly spelled Juma in English, for fun? Look up what Juma means before you comment on me attacking a Muslim man. I should hit bro with a shoe for this behavior. My God. It's just so, again, claiming authority over something because of a name, because of your name? Like, actually tell us what cultural connection that you have. Just your name? My parents actually cared a lot about that. Cool. No, dude. You're not that guy. Sit with your yap shut and nod along with the imperialist machine. Did you talk about this one?
Fuck Israel's dad. Let's go. Come on. I need. Fuck Israel's dad. Lebanon. Agreed. Oh, here. Oh, fuck. That was it. Where? Oh, she said, for obvious reasons. This is the day before. Or maybe it's hours before. Wait, is it the same day? Because that would be epic.
Became a member.
Thank you. This would be epic if it was the same day. Oh, it's the next day. Okay, it's still funny though. For obvious reasons. What the fuck? Why is my shit fucking up? She broke my.
At Earth Cypher 2017 just gifted 5
Yo,
memberships.
Thank you so much. Thank you for 5 memberships. Okay, she said, sorry, for obvious reasons, I'll be slowly switching my OF content. As Nick DeOrio said, OF stands for oh fuck, all my money's going to Israel. Content to Fansly, but I don't want it to be shock to pre-existing fans who've been paying for multiple months. Save as subs.
I'm sorry, but you are you gave up your morals for the bag from a Muslim who does OnlyFans is hilarious.
Yeah, listen. I don't want to even make that argument, but yeah, this whole thing that she's like standing on a tower with like a bunch of Arabs and like, nah, you can't hang with us. It's fucking hilarious. Like straight up. Like she go to Dearborn or anywhere else that's predominantly Arab and see how they treat you. You're looking at the most open-minded Arab there is, who has always defended you, Anisa, just so you know. But yeah, so after me calling her out 6 months ago for being supporting Israel through OnlyFans. Just to point out the hypocrisy. I wasn't even saying she has to get off OnlyFans, but I was just saying her saying that I need to leave my job.
Oh, it's too lined up with AB's shot. Oh, here, let me put myself back in the right position. There we go. Now it's blocking it a little bit.
When the head of OnlyFans allegedly is the top donator to Israel since October 7 is fucking hilarious to me. But after all this time, she's decided now. So she's acknowledging that there's a problem with being on there. But now she's decided. Thank you, Lana. Now she's decided that she will no longer.
Atlana Julie 33 super chatted $2.
After all this
Careful
time.
scrolling.
I mean, that's the whole thing, right? Is it's always just performative at the end of the day. Okay, I really do need to get through this. I'm running late. Oh no.
People are becoming conscious of the reality that Diorio is a fucking drooling moron who's just as annoying and retarded as Ian and Anisa. And Ropes of Piss replies, evident by a private account? Frankly, the two would be smarter and less annoying if they followed his step and privated too. And Gamma replies, the private account is a result of him tucking his head between his shoulders as a product of getting rammed by the Turkey Tom drama. If you're not tapped in, just say so. Simon, Sage Ranger, replies to Gamma's post by saying, and Gamma replies, it means little piggy is scared of the big bad wolf and locked himself in his little echo chamber. And Simon says, what happened? Who is the wolf? And the funny Juan replies, I think this gay retard is LARPing as a big bad wolf. Anisa quote tweets Gamma's post with this picture of Nick Diorio in the caption, I guess he didn't like people pointing out that he looks like a chode with arms. And J-Stalk replies to this picture of Nick Diorio edited to have a giant lollipop. Yoel replies to Anisa by saying, it's always the guys that look like this. And Anisa says, it's so loud about it too. And Herder replies to this picture of Anisa
in the See, it's okay to laugh at this picture of Anisa because I'm not laughing at anything that she didn't choose to do. She just does not have the head, like, she should not shave her head. And the eyebrows are a little off. The makeup's also pretty bad here. She looks like someone like shaved a doll down. Like where the makeup, like where they printed the makeup slightly off. You know what I mean?
a caption, you look like his retarded cousin. The girl with a microphone screenshots Anisa's post and captions it by saying, oh wow, more fat phobia from moral authority Anisa Joma. What a cool and interesting person she is. And Mr. Laugh replies, we all know Nick is overweight. I know she cannot possibly understand this, but we listen because he is funny and entertaining. They never left their hatred behind. They just hid it better. And girl with a microphone replies, yeah, but you don't get it. Fat people aren't allowed to have opinions. Andrew replies to girl with a microphone by saying, the point is that he went after Anisa's appearance on stream. After that, it is accepted for her to do the same. This gay, look at this leftist being fat phobic is so pathetic within this context. And the girl replies, you paid for a blue check mark. I think that's gay. And Andrew says, you must not really like Nick then. Attaching a screenshot showing Nick has a blue check mark. The bastard Squirtus replies with these pictures in the caption, I asked Grok.
Honestly, she should have responded and said, no, I still like Nick, but that's still pretty gay. Two things can be true at once, right?
Attaching a screenshot showing Nick has a blue check mark. The bastard Squirtus replies with these pictures in the caption, I asked Grok to show what Anisa will look like in 10 years, showing Anisa with her head shaved and then this photo. Sure Contribution posts this interaction on the Leftovers H3 subreddit with the caption, Nicole Diorio crying about people being mean to Nick Diorio, rape review guy. And they post her Twitter post along with this image here, matching a picture of girl with a microphone and Nick Diorio and showing compare faces an 84% match. And then they show this edited photo of Nick and girl with a microphone half split. And Trick reference says, Ethan Klein is the most fat-phobic dude alive. How are they even trying to make this argument? I saw H3 fans within the last month claim that Anisa couldn't have had an eating disorder because she's not thin enough. Excuse me for not taking their cries of fat.
Who has ever said that? What? What?
Phobia seriously. And Abarico Ham.
I don't even remember people having conversations about Anisa having an eating disorder. What?
Says, are these people dumb or just stupid? They don't understand how anything works. Like, at all. No wonder they fall into cults so easily. Lurk says, Ela hates fat people. It's why Ethan is on Ozempic and snorting prescription meds. It's also very odd but not surprising that she's defending a racist chud who hosts rape reviews. Laughing at
I also think it's so funny that they want to say Ethan's on drugs when Ethan is so open about his drug use that you don't think a millionaire would, like, just tell everybody that he's doing drugs. Like, you know what I mean? I don't think that many people would care if he was like, yeah. I think some people would be like, hey, what are you doing? But I mean, I feel like anybody that's really done drugs knows there's a difference between an addict and a functional addict. A functional user. You can be a functional user and not technically be an addict. There are people who do heroin into their 70s, but that doesn't mean that you should go and do heroin. But this idea that Ethan is hiding it from everybody is so ridiculous when he's so open about smoking crack and See, I think Ethan was smoking freebase. He wasn't doing crack, it was freebase cocaine, which is crack, but it's slightly different. And doing pills when he was in Israel. And he's not even on Ozempic. His weight loss was so progressive that it's like unnoticeable to a lot of the audience who then like sees old clips and it's like, oh my God. He's clearly not Ozempic.
Days on women, not a girl's girl.
There were other unhealthy eating practices. There were other unhealthy like weight loss practices, like not eating and like stuff like that, you know? He was doing things like that which were unhealthy, but he wasn't just taking Ozempic.
She's a pick-me for incels. And I see Marianne Barry replies, and still doesn't have a man, I think, lol. And Captain King Pao says, microphone girl is a lesbian. Anisa then replies to Girl with a Microphone's post by quote tweeting it and saying, there are many beautiful fat people who love their bodies. He isn't one of them, and neither are you with that fuck-ass bun you choose to wear every day. Bro's ankles look like they've been pumped with salt, and he needs a lymphatic drainage stat.
Yeah, and I also like the implication here too. I didn't point this out earlier, but she isn't saying it, but she's just calling them both fat. She's just going, you're both fat and you guys don't even love yourselves. You guys don't even know how to love yourselves properly and you're fat. It's like, what? Crazy. But she's doing it like in this passive way. There are many beautiful fat people who love their bodies. He isn't one of them and neither are you because of this completely separate thing that I dislike about you. Your fuck ass bun. Like what? What is that? What?
Fuck-ass bun you choose to wear every day. Bro's ankles look like they've been pumped with salt and he needs a lymphatic drainage stat. He looks like he has a rotation of goods that are all beige in color. That's not my problem. Micronutrients matter. Love your body. Take a multivitamin. It autocorrected foods to goods. Thanks for that iPhone. Tate was taken replies to Anisa by saying, you are such a mean and hateful bitch. Oh my God. Andy says, you're a disgusting excuse of a person. You and your musty ass.
Yeah, she also called her egg. My mom always texts me worried about Ethan. She messaged me last week and sent me an article on Parkinson's and said she was worried that Ethan is in the early development stage. It's possible. He's got to start smoking weed, start smoking that ganja. It's been shown to help people with Parkinson's. There's an interesting video.
As husband are always concerning yourselves with other people's lives, when you really should be concerned with getting an infection from never washing your ass. Go take a shower, nasty bitter bitch. Mike replies to Anisa by saying, Anisa in her mean girl bully era, and honestly, I don't mind it. Hot take, but I think if you're hot and skinny enough, you're allowed to be a bully to a certain degree. She's done the work to look the way she does, so she kind of has some authority on the subject of healthy bodies. Leslie Desu says, me when I'm a pathetic ass bitch with no substantial criticism, so I just resort to being fat phobic and bullying people based on appearances even though I'm covered in fuck ass tattoos and my husband looks like he crawled out of Dobby's asshole. And Girl with a Microphone screenshots Anisa's post and captions it by saying, 1. Cool insult about my hair from your favorite snark subreddits. I love my fuck ass bun. 2. Anisa Joma is deciding which fat people are pretty enough to talk. Line up, tubbos. 3. I have yet to say a single thing about your looks because I'm not mentally stunted at 13. And Harley Morenstein replies, wow, she is so pissed. Shauna says, replies to the Girl with a Microphone by saying, I am nearly as fat as you. Do you think Ela, who fat shamed her own husband so relentlessly on air he became a rotting skeleton, hasn't said worse about you? P.S. You should not be happy with that matted rat's nest.
What the fuck? Ela fat shamed Ethan. Ela, like what? She encouraged him to lose weight when he was depressed, and that was like a factor in it as well. Is like that was like another reason that he started like weight losses. They were like, let's try everything. Let's try the weight loss. Let's try this. Let's try that. Like there's so many different times that Ethan's tried to lose weight that being like, oh, she just shamed him into it, and then making the assumption that behind her back, after Girl with a Microphone has since the members drive, the members subathon, has said that like Ela was super nice and like talking to her pretty regularly while they were there, like, you know, getting her like opinions on things and like talking about things, like being very like you know, nice and very pleasant to be around. And this idea that it's like, yeah, but you know she's fucking she's turning around and she's saying shit behind your back. Like what? What are you talking about?
I would put money on mold being in there. And Girl with a Microphone replies, oof, this is so sad. She also makes a follow-up post separately saying, a grown woman insulting another woman's hair and body in 2026 is so fucking rotted and stupid. Like, how miserable are you, girl? And Dish replies to this post from Girl with a Microphone in the caption, yeah, imagine commenting on someone's looks in 2026, right? And it's her quote tweeting a post from a few days ago where she said, anyone else ever notice these people only laugh when they're being ugly and cruel? And the Girl with a Microphone replies, oh no, guys, he can't read.
Yeah, she's talking about her character being ugly and cruel. when they're being, not when they look ugly. And how, yeah, those are just two completely, like, come on. I guess that's the thing, and these people just don't have like any type of comprehension, reading or otherwise.
And Dish says, glad I got your attention. Can you address your co-host starring in a transphobic music video? Hope you can address that on your after show instead of covering weeks old celebrity news. Thanks.
What about this one? Yeah, what about this one, huh? Yeah, what about this one? Let's talk about this. This is worse than the transphobic. Is that what it was? Transphobic music video? Also, is this a transphobic music video? What is this? I'm actually curious now. Oh, it does look like it might be a little icky. You know, I'm actually not going to play the music just in case it gets
So it's
claimed.
different, as you know, that with equity comes... Class, please welcome the new student, Robert.
Welcome, Robert. Well, thanks for the warm welcome, Teach. It's lit, no cap.
Take a seat. White privilege.
There he is.
Each and every one of you bigots and colonists.
Hup, 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 hup.
Piss on my lips.
As if you don't think that adds up.
Yeah, that shit sucks.
Everybody stand up. The whole world going mad, bruh.
Every white rapper wants to be Eminem.
2 + 2 = 5. You a racist if you don't think that adds up.
Yeah, this is pretty cringe. This plus the blackface Harley, it's not looking good in your favor. I'm confused. I don't get it. Does Harley get a... He does. There he is, look. Yeah, that's a big yikes. But I will also say that I know 3 years ago, Harley's been looking for work for a while now. He's an actor. He's a working actor. He was in Tusk, the Kevin Smith film. And so I could see him just being hired on this as just an actor. But I don't know. Maybe he is a transphobe. Who knows? It's possible.
Okay, man.
That photo of him is burned into my eyes. Yeah, it's terrible.
Also posting the H3H production.
It's actually just the worst. It's like actually, it's almost worse to me that he doesn't, like, that he didn't know it. I still don't know if I believe that. I'll just take his word for it, but my God. I will give him the pass because he was 15 at the time. Once we figured that out, or 15 or 16, something like that. Once we figured that part out, I was like, okay, now I can believe his ignorance. He was just always a big guy, you know, so I assumed in that photo he was like 27 years old.
Subreddit to the interaction of Anisa and captures it by saying, but he's not Frogan, so it's okay. He looks like he showers, has clean hair, brushes his teeth, and doesn't have rancid mango breath and trailer park tattoo.
That's what I mean, is he looks like a nice guy. Like, I don't understand what this is. It's literally just making fun of him for being fat. Like, literally in this photo, you can't say anything about his looks other than being like, look at him, he's fat. Like, that's literally the only thing you can make fun of. He just looks like a normal guy.
I would say so. Of course, he isn't her type, but then again, neither is Ian. Also, the imp should be tending to her caretaker duties by making sure the dragon doesn't accidentally drown in the tub or something. An aggressive expert replies, it's gotta kill her that this guy's hitting home run after home run every day because she can't help but embarrass herself online. And Breaky Cho says he's making more money than her online and at his day job. I would be coping and seething too. And Mikey Roberto says, and never forget that there was a time, maybe still applies, when Nick was making more money from Twitch than iDubbbz, despite never even going live, just from people subbing to his inactive account as a joke. Spooge McDuck says, Diorio is a legitimately talented streamer. He is quick-witted, speaks fast yet clearly, is funny and charismatic, and most of all, I believe what he is saying. I don't agree with him on everything and don't appreciate some of his points, but I'd much rather hang with him because I would have a much better time with him than Ian and Anisa. Based on what I've seen from him, he seems to listen to reasonable arguments and can change his mind on things, which puts him miles ahead of Ian and Anisa. And Tofu L replies, I definitely agree. Meanwhile, iDubbbz, streams are by their nature pretty fucking boring. I wonder why Nick gets more viewers than iDubbbz. Intolerant Drama Retiree attaches a thread of comments from the thread we were just on the Clipped Live subreddit, captioning it, the H3 girlies are all over Nicholas. And there's multiple comments here. It starts with a Loving Disease saying, okay, listen, I've always thought he's kinda hot. And Esvinonic says, people really underestimate how being happy is a factor in their attractiveness. Most people don't want to be around miserable people. So when you see someone smiling and laughing, it's way more attractive than crying on a stream. And Felicity Foxon says, this is genuinely so true. I don't know if anyone else is an LPOTL fan, but those three guys all have super hot wives and joke about how they're out of their league. But it's because humor and personality matter a lot when it comes to being attracted to someone. And Finwick Charlie Clark says, right? He's funny and charismatic, clever, has 3 dogs, he holds down a full-time job and streams. Seems like a high-value male to me. And Velocity Foxon says, that's husband material to me. And Private Message Me Anus Photos replies, there's something about a New York Italian that's just, yes please. Then Unrelated, there was another tweet that went viral of someone photoshopping themselves with AI and a girl, and JStall quote tweeted this post and instead photoshopped Anisa and Nicholas Diorio with AI. And the caption, this could be us. Look how happy you look. And Neo Slacker replies, her hand on his soft midsection has me fucking rolling. Anisa then replies to this image by saying, stop, why is this on my timeline? Get this off my timeline. I have to block you. I don't even know you. And Scott replies, you hate having the most dangerous and baddest pussy in the game. You should drop that creepy loser who refuses to keep you in line and get with a king like this.
What the fuck did you... Bro, that was like a fucking crazy one to pull. Did that even have... That had 2 likes, bro.
And baddest pussy in the game. You should drop that creepy loser who refuses to keep you in line and get with a king like this. And Anisa replies with a...
Why did you reply to that one? What the fuck? Why did you reply to that?
A emoji and a peace emoji. She then also says, I can't stop laughing. I should have never tweeted about this freak. My timeline has been ruined. My god. Yeet then tweets out this clip with the caption, Nicholas Diorio responds after Anisa called him out on the timeline.
Saying that I privated my Instagram over this drama. Like I have now privated my Instagram. Not true. My Instagram was privated during the doxing drama that the people who are mad about this tried to say it didn't happen during the Turkey Tom situation. My Instagram's been privated for over a month. I was considering unprivating it, but I don't use it enough to really justify it being a public platform. Then Anisa said, bro's ankles, dude, look at these ankles. Look like they've been pumped with salt, and he needs a lymphatic drainage stat. He looks like he has a rotation of goods. Yeah, I got a rotation of goods that are all beige in color. I guess that means foods. She had the ability to edit this, I think. That's not my problem. Micronutrients matter. Love your body. Take a multivitamin. So it wasn't a multivitamin. Micronutrients matter.
A rotation of foods that are beige in color.
Love your body. Take a multivitamin. So it wasn't a multivitamin. I just lost 100 pounds. that kind of cleared up the whole leg thing. But I appreciate your courtesy. And listen, all right? You could lose weight. You could regrow your hair, you know? If you really... Listen, I think around the time this photo was taken, you were like a bald little boy, right? Because you got peepo sad and shaved your head like Britney Spears. Wasn't that what you were doing? Mrs. I Wish I Was Pretty.
Well, I think the thing is being fat is definitely different than something like shaving your head or making fun of tattoos or making... Like, those are still on a different level. Even though you could lose weight. Yeah, you could just go lose weight. Like, there's obviously different circumstances for different people. Yeah, like, it's obviously different.
Pretty? Oh, I wish I felt pretty. It wasn't I wish I was pretty. I wish I felt pretty. Yeah, but I mean, the reality of the situation is you could lose some weight. I need to lose.
That's Anisa. I thought it was Ghislaine. I see it. I see it. Similar energy, maybe? No. Well, I won't go that far.
Some weight. I'm still a person of calorie, and you can regrow your hair. I think it looks fine now, but the tattoos are here forever. And fucking doodles from Miles Morales' notebook. This is awful. Get it! If you sue the person who did your tattoos for fucking damages, then I think that Ethan would fund the lawsuit. That would be based.
I don't like this one. The proportions.
You spent all of iDubbbz's money on buying boobs, de-boobing them, and filling your body with the ugliest tattoos anyone's ever seen in their lives. Remember, weight can be lost, hair can be grown back, but your body is ravaged forever. Anyway,
Fuck.
I think we have one more thing to check out here. Oh, yeah, that's the other part. Dude, you know who...
That was a little crazy. I get the point you made. See, I'm like opposed to like extreme body mods, like people that get like extreme like breast implants, like getting like the fucking triple W or whatever, whatever the hell. When you're doing something like that, I'd be like, no, don't do that. But like just mocking it like as just all of it in general, I don't know. I don't know, Nick. It's a little something. He's just angry. He's just a little angry.
Caught the biggest.
It was the pic of her behind Diorio where she looked like Ghislaine. Yeah, a little bit, yeah. I get what you mean.
Stray in this entire drama. This is like the Keffels thing when she found out that everyone thinks she's fucking ugly. Frogan just found out that all of her friends think that she's disgusting. That's the funniest part of this entire drama. I mean, literally, guys, I've been getting called fat for 7 years, but Frogan just found out that all of her friends fucking think she's pathetic and gross. That's the funniest shit ever. That is actually the funniest fucking take, is that everybody legitimately, like, she found out yesterday that all of her friends think she's gross.
And Proxy replies again with the sleepy clip we looked at earlier of the friend zoning. And Congus Among Us replies, quick, he's flaming her. Bring hell the 2019 files. And URR World Tour says, an anime avatar that thinks being friend zoned in 2019 is some big expose. Yeah, that tracks. Night Kitten says, damn, I hate Diorio, but everyone he beefs with is too chronically wrong and retarded. How do they fuck up his Insta being privated that far back? Regis Philbin says, he loves to say, well, I can lose the weight, but he never loses the weight. And Betty Plutonium says, he just lost 100 pounds. And Regis says, I consider losing the weight as no longer being disgustingly obese, which he has not done. Shout out to our tier 3 members, internet representatives, Kiko, South, called us.
Ending on that one was also crazy. Internet versus, I guess you let Nicholas have his piece, and then you got him with a couple ones at the end there. You know, good on you. But that's where I'm going to end it for here. For now, I really do appreciate it. I'll be back again tomorrow for an unofficial H3 waiting room, but on the right day. So I do appreciate it. Sorry for not being here yesterday, but I will see you again tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. This is Captain Quasar signing off.